On Capitol Hill, explaining the role of foreign policy as the Trump administration sees it.
Sometimes in foreign policy, the choices are not between a good choice and a bad choice. It's between two less than ideal choices, and you're trying to figure out which one of these two choices is the one that is best for the United States and least harmful to our interests.
Rubio defending the dismantling of USAID, which critics say has led to a weaker position for the United States around the world. Lebanon's president says there's no alternative to negotiations with Israel to end the war. Iran warning that Israel's continued incursions into Lebanon are a violation of the ceasefire. The mayor of Newark, New Jersey, says the city's expanding a lawsuit against Delaney Hall, the privately operated center used to detain those picked up in ICE raids. He says there are concerns about the conditions inside. Job openings jumped in April as the Labor Department appears resilient despite recent economic uncertainty. This is ABC News. It's Election Day in several states where primaries will determine who will run in November. In California, ABC's Trevor Ault has more on Los Angeles mayoral candidate and former reality star Spencer Pratt, who's taking on Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass.
Pratt, a registered Republican running as an independent. He's been a vocal critic of the mayor since his Pacific Palisades mansion burnt down in the fires, but he's drawn criticism for campaign ads implying he's since been living in an Airstream trailer, later clarifying he's actually staying in a luxury hotel. He's also stirred mixed reactions for his campaign's frequent use of reposted AI-generated ads and his blunt statements about wanting to clear out the city's homeless.
The mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, is seeking re-election. People put it in everything from chips and lattes to protein shakes, but there's apparently a whey shortage that could make those lattes more expensive if whey suppliers need to import it from overseas. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
A teen is dead after a shooting in Federal Way, and police say they know the suspect. But first, let's get a check on the roads. An hour and a half from Everett to Bellevue, an hour and 20 minutes from Everett to Seattle. It's a struggle for both of the lake bridges right now. It'll take you about 30 minutes from Bellevue to Seattle. The West Seattle Bridge has delays all the way to the golf course. Linwood to Seattle is just under an hour. This traffic report is brought to you by the KIRO Newsradio App. Text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO Newsradio App. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Federal Way police are searching for answers after a 16-year-old boy was shot and killed Monday night. This happened just after 9:30 at an apartment complex on South Star Lake Road. Officers found the teen in a parking lot with critical injuries. He died at the scene. Detectives say the victim and the shooter knew each other and have identified the suspect as a 28-year-old man. His name has not yet been released as the investigation into the shooting continues. Meanwhile, Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez says the owners of the Nippon Dynawave plant in Longview are walking back their commitment to pay workers after the state's largest industrial accident there. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports she wants the company to now promise to pay workers in writing.
One day after a vat full of that corrosive chemical white liquor imploded and killed 11 people, Nippon Dynawave committed to continuing to pay some 500 workers now forced off the job. However, in a letter to the company, Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez claims owners changed their mind and workers will get their last paycheck June 7th. Meanwhile, the shock of those 11 people who lost their lives has not gone away in Longview.
And now all these people's lives are destroyed and you can't bring them back.
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
An Arlington police officer who's already facing charges for child pornography was arrested again on Friday for violating the conditions of his release. KIRO 7 TV's Eric Thomas reports 41-year-old Dustin Bartlett was once selected as Officer of the Year.
His girlfriend, who found him looking at explicit photos, was the one to initially call police and turn him in.
She's very brave.
It was actually Bartlett's neighbors who called police on Friday to report that he was back home, fearing for his girlfriend's safety. The Arlington PD provided a response via email saying in part, quote, at the time of his initial arrest, Bartlett was relieved of police powers and placed on administrative leave. That status remains unchanged at this time, end quote. They also confirmed this most recent arrest for violating the protection order does not affect the initial investigation for child pornography, and Arlington police will continue to support the Island County Sheriff's Office.
Franklin County prosecutors say a Pasco man staged a bizarre cattle heist on Highway 395, forcing a semi-truck off the road before stealing its trailer full of livestock. According to the Seattle Times, court documents allege the 46-year-old confronted the driver, demanded $20,000, then climbed into the cab and drove away with the cattle. Police say he later sent a video with a ransom for his demand. He eventually returned to the scene. He is charged with theft, extortion, and reckless driving and has been released on $10,000 bond. And now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Today is expected to be the hottest day of the year. Seattle could reach 84 degrees. Meteorologist Jeff Mikulski with the National Weather Service says some cities could heat up to the 90s.
Yeah, areas like Olympia and then down south down to Portland. That stretch of I-5 there looks like the warmest.
Right now, it's 66 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you for listening to the Gee and Ursula Show. Oh, we got a show today because you know what? That sun is out. Good morning to you, Ursula.
It is out. Good morning. It is out. But today is the day if you're going to do a barbecue or if you're going to eat outdoors or if you are going to look for that late sunset. Today is the day because it is going to change soon. We'll talk about that here shortly. Also, attention all drivers. Could we actually get our first taste of normal traffic on I-5 through Seattle? Say what? Coming up at 9:30, Sully's going to join us and explain that. So we are in for some good news. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Let's get to it. Top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergast Law.
And we are bringing you that Hawaiian music. Yeah, that you are hearing it correctly. But don't get too attached to the tropical vibe, G, because today only is shaping up to be Seattle's hottest day of the year so far. Highs expected in the mid-80s, close to 90 degrees in parts of the South Sound and the Cascade foothills. It's also going to be our first 9 p.m. sunset of the year.
Come on, 9 p.m.
But we cannot declare summer officially here just yet because, of course, we live in the Pacific Northwest, and the heat is going to go away tomorrow. The clouds will return for the rest of the week. And by Friday, we may be lucky to get out of the low 60s. But today is going to be amazing.
While today is the first of 9 p.m. sunset, it is also the end of a season. And if you guys have been listening to the show long enough, you probably know me. Well, gee, what is today? It's going to be 87 in some parts, 87 degrees. It's going to be hot. Yeah. So that means that this is the end of a certain season. And you want to know the end? It's the end of cuddle season because it's too damn hot. That's right. Like, look, we do this all the time. You know where I'm going with this. 87 degrees for me, just
is it a little too hot?
A little too hot. Let your dog get that, like the perfect between 75 and 80, however you want to do that. But I'm not going to complain. Either way, I think that 87 degrees, sun shining, brings everybody into a good mood. The show is choosing joy.
Yes.
Everything's off on a good foot.
Okay, my question, though, for all of you, text us, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. Do you prefer today's mid to upper 80s, maybe even 90 degrees? Or Fridays, we're going to be lucky if we get out of the low 60s for this time of year? Because I feel like I get ripped off when we're now in June and we're going to have cloudy and 60s. I always feel like I'm missing out.
Here's why I'll take this. I'll take this right here, the 87 degrees, because tonight I'm taking a field trip. Me and some of the boys downstairs, we're going to the Mariners game, right?
Fun.
And so by the time 6:40 hits, so 87 will probably be the height, probably 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it'll get there. But by 6:40, 7 o'clock, it'll be beautiful out.
Yes.
So that nighttime out and about, whether you're on your patio Or you going for that walk in the evening? So if it was 87 the high, now it's come down. It feels real good.
Okay, as long as we're on a roll for good news, like what is going on with our Mariners right now?
Oh, what?
Yeah, hello?
Seven in a row. They cooking right now. Everything, they got the chemistry. They got a lot of things going on right now. They just started the series against the New York Mets. They play against the New York Mets again. But the Mariners have won 7 in a row.
That is amazing. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's move on to our next story. Seattle is going to fall short of Mayor Katie Wilson's goal of opening 500 new shelter units before the World Cup, which is just now a couple of weeks away. But again, I'm going to choose joy. New shelter beds are finally starting to come online. So the first project is opening in Inner Bay. It's a 75-unit pallet home community called Bayside Enhanced Shelter. This site is going to be a 24-hour transitional housing with on-site services that are designed to help people move from chronic homelessness into more stable housing. And the mayor says they always knew that the 500-bed goal by mid-June was a little ambitious. And she now expects about 300 new shelter units to be open by the end of the summer. Another project, G, that's going to move ahead is in South Park. The city plans to open a 90-unit tiny home village for individuals, couples, and people with pets. Supporters, again, say these projects will help move people indoors, but the critics are arguing that shelter alone is not enough. And they say treatment for addiction and mental illness has to be a bigger part of the strategy. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, like you all said in the meeting today, read my lips. No new taxes. When you campaigning is different than when you have the job. So I'm going to give Katie Wilson and her people some grace by saying this is no different. This is par for the course, where you say things one way, and then when you're in the seat, you're like, well. It does make me, it's a little tone deaf a little bit when she makes when she says, hey, we knew that it was a little ambitious in the first place, but hey, we're working on that, and maybe we can get up to 300 by the end of the summer. And then she also says, but this also did light a fire. I don't know. So the next thing that I want to say with this is when I hear we knew this was ambitious, that lets me know that this is political theater. You're playing a game, and it makes me think about the cameras. And what do I mean by the cameras? This is what I mean, Ursula. The same way she's having this, maybe it was an ambitious goal. Remember I said this. I think record is going to be placed on those cameras before June 15th. June 15th, Ursula, is the first match between Belgium and Egypt. Somehow, some way, there's been this political standoff, take the heat. Oh, I don't know if I want the cameras. I don't know if I want to do the cameras.
So we both said that this is a ridiculous decision.
All of her people, the base, the people who got her, she has to say the things to appease them. But coming up, rent's due. And so when rent's due, you got to do what you got to do to make sure you do the right thing. Somehow, some way. The cameras will come on. They will press record before June 15th. Remember I said it.
Okay, and I'm hoping you're right on that. But I guess my overall question would be, for all politicians, but Katie Wilson included, is it better to overpromise and underdeliver or vice versa?
You know the answer.
Well, because I want to point out, King County executive, what did he promise? 500 units in 500 days. Do you think he's going to do that? Do you remember in 2015, then Seattle Mayor Ed Murray said, we've got a state of emergency, and he had a plan that included a goal of ending unsheltered homelessness among women and children within a few years. That didn't happen. Dow Constantine created the King County Regional Homelessness Authority, which turned out to be a disaster. And they launched Partnership for Zero, which was ending homelessness in downtown Seattle. Has that happened? I mean, we see a trend.
Yeah.
I say be realistic in your goals. Don't overpromise and underdeliver, because if you had done just, hey, this is what we're going to eventually do, instead of these catchy slogans, then you get credit. You get more credit for, hey, you kept it realistic. We got it done. I mean, I understand lighting a fire, but you're going to be measured by what you say is your goal.
Can I say something, though?
Yeah, of course.
Nah. If she would have kept it real, she wouldn't have been elected mayor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She would have been elected mayor. You see,
easy to promise. It's harder to deliver. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's no different. Do you guys when you was in school, Ursula? Did you guys have the people run for president and vice president of the school? And when I'm president, there's going to be no homework.
Yes.
And also, you're not going to have to go home with it. Like, it was ridiculous promises.
Yes.
Well, that's what Katie Wilson and every other politician does.
Every politician.
And
it's
then
like,
when
it's
they
kind
get
of
in
exhausting.
office and they got to do the right thing. And by the way, it's still early. I mean, Katie Wilson in that office, they ain't got nothing right, but they have time. Folks ain't voting here for another, 2.5, 3 years?
Mayor.
So
she's got a lot of time.
She got time.
Well, and again, credit, there are some things that are opening, but it gets overshadowed by this idea that, well, not quite to the promise that she said, but she did get our attention. And I actually agree with the critics who say we've got to get them off the street into housing, and that's the first step. But because you can't effectively treat someone who's sleeping in a tent or moving from tent to tent every couple of days. But a shelter bed by itself does not solve the addiction problem that so many, not all, but so many of them are dealing with, or severe mental illness or other underlying issues. So it's like you get them out, but there has to be some way out of the cycle of homelessness. And in that sense, I do agree with that. Okay, Gee, this next story is about why we cannot have nice things, because you know how, remember we talked about that high-tech public restroom or the toilets that were coming up near Lumen Field ahead of the World Cup? Well, one of them already had its window smashed. So these are the solar-powered restrooms. They're part of this pilot program designed to provide something that Seattle has desperately lacked for years, which is clean, accessible public bathrooms. And these ones have touchless fixtures. They have remote monitoring, and the can be unlocked with a QR code or a text message. But it's not even been 2 weeks since they've been installed, and vandals have already struck. Thankfully, the company had the damage reported Sunday night, and crews were out Monday morning. The restroom was back open by mid-afternoon. But, I mean, this is just a sign of the things that are happening.
2 weeks later, less than 2 weeks, windows smash. My man was literally filming a Welcome to Seattle video when they came across this broken window. Now, Ursula, I saw this thing, and I'm probably just going to go into the weeds here, and I don't know where I'm going with this. When I was younger, and even today, when I would drive around and go do stuff, let's talk about within King County. There are certain areas where I knew that, I do some dumb stuff, I get pulled over, or whatever. They don't really do a lot of dumb stuff like this in Federal Way, in Bellevue. Seattle has to shake this narrative. And this narrative that I'm talking about is, and look, let's really talk about this really honestly. Seattle has this image and this feeling that, you know what, you can come to Seattle and you can just kind of get away with everything. But it's weird that you don't do this at Bellevue's house. Y'all don't be doing this at Federal Way's house. You don't do this in Kirkland's house. Because when you were growing up and you went to your friend's house, you knew which house that you could do stuff at. There was the one parents that let everybody drink, calm downstairs, you can do whatever. Then there's the one house like, hey, you going to Miss Ursula in them house. You better stay on your best behavior. That's life. People know Seattle has to turn that around. People have this idea, hey, you go to Seattle's house, man, it's all good.
Yeah. Well, and I think you nailed it. And this is why I also am so passionately against graffiti, vandalism, You know I was going to bring it up, but it's all part of that. Just it's okay to trash it because no one cares. Yeah. Again, like on days like today, you will be reminded of how beautiful of an area we live in, and we need to take care of it as such. Well, one of Seattle's most influential business leaders is now joining the ownership group behind the Kraken. Did you hear about this? Melinda French Gates has now become a minority investor in One Roof Sports and Entertainment. This is the company that owns the Kraken, Climate Pledge Arena, the Kraken Community Iceplex up there in Northgate, and several other Seattle sports and entertainment properties. And she says she sees sports as a powerful way to bring communities together. And in a video that was released by the Kraken, she called her partnership with majority owner Samantha Holloway a natural fit.
You've now taken control of Climate Pledge Arena. I just think it says volumes about the Seattle fan base and what can be built here. So it was my great honor to join you.
So this is her first ownership stake in a major professional sports franchise, and it comes, of course, as One Roof continues its push to bring NBA back to Seattle if the league expands.
I don't usually do sweeping statements this early in the show. Not this early, but I'm going to go ahead and start it off right now. I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm not taking it back. And I mean what I say.
Okay.
Women make better bosses than men. I said what I said. Melinda French Gates, worth $30 billion. And why did she come into this? You know what she said? She said she pointed straight to the leadership of Samantha Holloway. And she says women owning the team, women investing in it, building to bring those Sonics home. She said it's time. A generation of women coming into their full power. So as for me, if it's time, hey, G, you want a woman boss or a man boss? Sign me up for the woman every day of the week.
Yes, please. I think this is fantastic news for Seattle sports and just the community in general, because look what happened with the Storm. Strong female leadership did not weaken the team. It strengthened it. The vibe, we've talked about the vibe at Storm games and at Climate Pledge Arena. It feels very different. It's very welcoming. It's community focused, which I know for a fact that the Storm ownership is very much invested in community. And that is the way it is with Samantha Holloway and her team. And to have Melinda French Gates now at the table gives us Seattle and the whole region two influential female leaders at the helm as we try to bring back the NBA. And it's a humongous win. And I'm just going to go down on record as saying, you know what I'm going to say.
You're going to say Melissa Scott.
Mackenzie Scott still needs to be part of the ownership group for the Seahawks.
Yep, I knew you were going there. Yeah. Hey, look, wait, how come you didn't scoff at my sweeping statement?
Because I think you have a point. I said you nailed it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I see when sweeping statements are acceptable, Ursula.
In this case, I mean, not everybody would agree. Not everybody would agree, but I like this one.
See how many emails I get. Wait a minute. A lot of people texting it. Whoa. You guys can't be agreeing with me, Christine in Wallingford. A lot of people, Mike in Portland, agreeing with me. All right. Hey, coming up at 9:47, it will be time for the world-famous Would You Rather. But up next, I-5. If you take I-5 and you're on I-5 right now, and you're like, yeah, G, I take it every day, Chris Sullivan is about to join you and tell you about a potential break that you're about to get. Do that next. Gee Ursula.
KIRO Newsradio is honored to be the recipient of 7 regional Edward R. Murrow Awards, including Overall Excellence and Excellence in Writing.
We can't let hatred become the air we breathe. It poisons us all. Our strength is in unity.
We thank you who listen, stream, and watch every day. The driving force that pushes us to be the Northwest trusted news source. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
Guys, tired all the time? Gaining weight? Low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. This June, for Men's Health Month, Revive Men's Health in Seattle is offering a free comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. No guessing, just answers. Over 100,000 men have trusted Revive to get real results. More energy, better sleep, improved mood, and confidence that shows. If something feels off, don't wait. Take control and protect your long-term health by knowing your numbers. This offer ends June 30th. Schedule your free comprehensive wellness panel today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Feel better. Live stronger. Start now.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
G. Scott here. Safeway wants you to know SunBucks gives qualifying families $120 per child for summer groceries. Some families are signed up automatically. Others need to apply. Find out if you should apply at freesummermeals.org.
When the heat's an 11, cool AC would be heaven.
DayandNight.net.
Stay cool this summer with a new AC or heat pump from Day and Night. And with installation, you'll get a free furnace.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating. Call us about installing a high-efficiency cooling system or servicing your existing one so you're cool when you need it.
Get a new AC or heat pump now from Day and Night to stay cool this summer. Plus, with installation, you'll get a free furnace.
DayandNight.net.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, 6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Mixed messages continue from the White House about the current state of negotiations between Iran and the U.S. Iran says its officials are still reviewing a peace plan offered by the White House, but it still also said that hostilities need to end in Lebanon. More from ABC's Karen Travers at the White House.
We were talking so much yesterday and today about the on, off again. Are they talking? We're not talking about the actual substance of the negotiations, and there are still a lot of very complicated issues that the U.S. and Iran still have to work out.
Here in Washington, he was the 11th and final victim to be recovered from last week's deadly implosion in Longview. The fiancé of 58-year-old Norman Barlow says he had concerns about working at the Nippon Dynawave paper mill. Patricia Kraft tells KIRO 7 TV.
The love of my life was trying to get a different job. He said it was not good at all. He just wanted to get out of here. It wasn't safe.
It's still too early to say what caused the deadly blast. Now that all victims have been recovered, the State Department of Labor and Industries has investigators inside the facility working to determine the cause and whether safety violations played a role. And we're learning more details about the 2 people in custody linked to last week's murder of 17-year-old Braylon Diaz in Parkland. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has details.
The Pierce County Sheriff's Office says a 26-year-old woman and a 25-year-old man were arrested separately late last night in Snohomish County. Deputy Carly Capetto says they were arrested with the assistance of Tulalip Tribal Police and the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office.
She was arrested at the Walmart in Tulalip. A male had been taken in custody earlier in the day during a traffic stop.
Capetto says the pair pulled up in a car, robbed Diaz of his jewelry, and shot him. Deputies are still searching for at least 2 others. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Federal Way Public Schools has just paid millions of dollars to settle a sexual abuse lawsuit.
2 women sued, claiming they were assaulted by Glenfield Watkins, a math teacher at Evergreen Middle School in Kent in the 2010s. That's according to court documents obtained by the Seattle Times. The district is paying $15 million to settle the lawsuit. It says it takes these kinds of matters very seriously. Watkins pleaded guilty to 1 count of third-degree child rape in 2023, according to the Times, and he got 14 months in prison. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
And now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. It's a struggle for both of the lake bridges still. The West Seattle Bridge is making some progress. It's about an hour and a half from Everett to Bellevue, an hour and 20 from Everett to Seattle. It'll take you about 30 minutes, Bellevue to Seattle. Linwood to Seattle is just under an hour. This traffic report is brought to you by Seattle Sports. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial 97.3 HD2. And for your forecast, today is expected to be the hottest day of the year. Seattle could reach 84 degrees. The hottest spots will be close to the Cascades and Lewis County, where temperatures get close to 90. Right now, it's about 67 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Tuesday to all of you. And for those of us who have to drive I-5 through Seattle, traffic has been rough the last couple of months. But Sully, you are here and you are telling us that we might get a little break.
Oh, we do get a break.
Awesome.
We get a 1-month reprieve starting Monday. Things return to normal on I-5 in the Seattle area. Revive I-5's taken about a month break for the World Cup. And so after a full weekend closure of northbound I-5 this weekend, things will get back to normal on Monday.
That is fantastic news. And you said after the full closure this weekend of what was that? Because this weekend, the traffic was a nightmare.
Well, last weekend we had 3 freeways closed. This weekend northbound I-5 will be closed across the Ship Canal Bridge all weekend long, starting Friday night through Monday morning. They need to remove the work zone across the Ship Canal Bridge so they can open up all the lanes again for Monday morning. So northbound express lanes will be open all weekend long, but getting into the city is going to be disastrous because there's only one lane to go to the express lanes. Northbound I-5 will be closed right there for the weekend. But the good news is for people who are stuck in this out of Linwood, who have for the last 6 months, the express lanes return to normal on Monday morning. That means they'll be open southbound in the morning and open northbound in the afternoon, which will be a great relief for the people who've been dealing with and are still dealing with an hour-and-a-half drive right now from Everett to Seattle or Everett to Bellevue.
So I would say the biggest news as far as traffic relief, because I think it's baked in morning, evening, that's going to be traffic. Do you think the best relief that we'll really see and be able to notice will be weekend traffic? Because that's the biggest thing that I've noticed since all of this is that there's constant weekend crazy traffic.
Well, because when you take away half capacity of the largest freeway in the state through the biggest urban district in the state, and that has an impact on the week. And let's not forget, the express lanes used to switch on the weekends too, and now they haven't been. And so that'll be a great relief for people going forward, trying to get around for the World Cup. It's fortunate that the Mariners are not in town this weekend, so we don't have to, worry about that for a full closure for the removal of that work zone. But there hasn't been any break on the weekends because of this, and again, getting into Seattle as well, because people want to avoid that work zone, are going into the express lanes, and people don't understand how to get into a lane, which causes unusual traffic because we have a bunch of selfish jerks out there who don't know how to get into the express lanes on northbound I-5. So that backs us up a lot busier than on weekends than you were used to. So there's been a weekend impact of this that can't be understated.
So let's talk about what it's going to be like during the World Cup. And if you had advice for people who are planning to go downtown, whether it's for World Cup events or for Mariners games. I mean, they're on a hot streak right now. What are you advising?
Do what I do. Not go. Just blow off the entire region. That's what I'm doing. Getting out of here. That'd be the smart thing to do.
This is a blazing one.
No, but if you have to do it, light rail is option number one. Now that goes the east side, I wouldn't be surprised. I would, even if I'm driving in from the north end, say I have to go downtown, or I have $87,000 to afford a World Cup ticket. I would drive to Bellevue and catch the light rail from Bellevue. I wouldn't even bother going to Linwood because that garage can't handle the capacity. Mount Lake Terrace can't handle the capacity. Shoreline can't handle the capacity. I would drive down and catch the light rail from, say, the east side and head over. That's the simplest thing to do. And again, the way they're going to jack things up on game day, with basically a mile exclusion zone, you can't drop people off. You can't catch an Uber. You can't catch a bus. All those things are going to be closed around game day. So light rail is really the only show if you want to try to get close to the stadium. And if you are going to a game or going to, a World Cup or, a Mariners or any other event downtown, I'd say make a full day out of it and get there super early and just spend downtown hanging out with people and just enjoy the day. The weather should be great. I mean, we're heading into that time of year, and just enjoy and spend your time. And again, it's hard to tell what it's going to be like. I mean, we have no idea how many people are actually going to show for the World Cup. The numbers are all over the place. It doesn't seem to be as the big deal that we thought it was going to be. Vacancies for hotels, but again, who knows? People could all show up at the last minute, and it could be knowing that oh my gosh, I can get a hotel for a reasonable price somewhere. Who knows? So because we don't know, we've never hosted an event like this, and I'm sure the people who can't get tickets up in BC may be thinking about coming down here, or vice versa. So it's hard. It's going to be really congested, and again, light rail is going to be the best game if you were thinking of getting down to the district, the stadium district, because you really can't get close any other day of the week, around game days. So if your traveler's going to take you there, just know you're going to have to be there well in advance. and, see if you can have people drop you off here and there, or find really different ways to find a way to catch light rail and work your way downtown, because that will be the most reliable way to get you to and from that district during this whole month.
Hey, just Sully, remind us, because we've been dealing with this I-5 situation for so long. How much longer? So they're going to pause it while the World Cup is here, and that's great. But then what? Well,
we have 2 more years at the Ship Canal Bridge alone. Then we begin the project to go from the U District up to Northgate, revive I-5 in both directions, because they're redoing all of the pavement from basically Boeing Access Road to Northgate. And we've done, from Boeing Access all the way toward the Ship Canal Bridge. So the weekend of July 10th, they're going to shut the freeway down again northbound, put the work zone back in. They're going to be working on the right side of the Ship Canal Bridge, and that 2-lane configuration and northbound express lanes 24/7 is going to extend basically through December. We have the whole rest of the year of that. Then we get a little bit of a break, and then in early January, we're going to turn around and start going southbound. And southbound all of next year with no breaks, we'll have 2 lanes closed across the Ship Canal Bridge. But the express lanes will be open southbound the whole time. So at least we'll have a little bit of wiggle room there. But yeah, 2 full years, will be a year and a half now before we're done with the Ship Canal Bridge. And then the schedule hasn't yet been put out, but then we'll start working from Northgate up to Northgate from the U District. So we have years.
Yeah, it just feels like it is endless. Honestly.
It is.
I know.
It is. I mean, if you think about it, this pavement is about 66, 67, 68 years old. It was supposed to last about 30, and they've never replaced it. It's never been. So we've been doing emergency. The good thing is we got some incredible concrete to have it last this long. I mean, when they laid this down, they got lucky with the concrete's been able to last this long. But it just needs to be repaired, and it has never been done, and it needs to get done. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to do the work between 45th and Northgate, but that'll probably be at least another couple years worth of work for Revive I-5, and then we should be done.
Sully, thank you.
2030-ish?
I hope I'm still alive.
Guesstimating?
4 years. Okay.
I think, something like that. That's just a guesstimate. I don't have the schedule in front of me for that next phase.
Appreciate you.
Sure, anytime.
Coming up next here on the Gee Ursula Show is the world famous Would You Rather. We're playing it next. Gee Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, winner of 7 regional Edward R. Murrow Awards. Breaking news coverage, best newscast, excellence in writing, investigative reporting, sports reporting, hard news. Capped with a prestigious prize for overall excellence. And we thank you, our audience across the Pacific Northwest. You are the reason we strive to be the Northwest's trusted news source. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
My friend from DUI Heroes says DUI arrests increase in around all the holidays, especially during the month of June. That's Jonathan from DUI Heroes. And if you or someone you know is pulled over for DUI, contact DUI Heroes immediately. They'll defend the person and not the mistake. DUIs can be very complicated, but there's always a person behind the action, a person who needs help getting their life back together. This is what DUI Heroes helps with. Your DUI defense specialist, DUIHeroes.com.
Holy smokes!
The On Cruise Adventures Rick Riz Show.
What happened at the ballpark yesterday?
Sparky's sitting on my scorebook here, my cat.
Friday mornings at 8:15 on Seattle's Morning News.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Digging in my yard, trying to lay a pipe. I hit a water line and now I have to pay a big fine. I should have called 811.
Jason Rantz here with Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution. Greg, there are a ton of national advertisers offering services similar to yours. Why shouldn't I go with one of them?
National firms are an interesting phenomena, if you will, because I hear from clients that tried them initially, and they tell me these stories that are just really hard to believe, Jason. They'll call, and the person that they're talking to is really a salesperson. They don't really know the tax resolution business at all. They're trying to make a sale. And so they overpromise, and they'll hook them with a very low initial fee. Then when that case starts moving down the road, all of a sudden the person's getting a phone call. Oh, you need to pay us thousands of dollars to get this thing done. And they tell me sometimes it never gets done.
So it's a tax resolution scheme without any of the resolution.
I really believe part of it is.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, call Greg Nunn with None Better Tax Resolution. 425-947-1967 or Google NUNN. None Better Tax Resolution.
At Guardian Roofing Gutters and Insulation, we know that keeping your home watertight and dry is essential to your family's safety and comfort. Having well-functioning gutters prevents water damage to your home and prolongs the life of your roof. Whether you need a cleaning or a complete gutter install, we do it all. Call today and get $250 off a gutter installation and visit us at guardianroofing.com.
Hey, when was the last time you inspected your crawl space or your attic? What's the last time you went in there just to see what kind of shape they're in? Oh, never? Yeah, same. I don't want to go in there. Most homeowners completely avoid those areas, but it is important to check on them regularly. It's why you call Crawl Pros. They'll come out and go where you don't want to. Hey, it's Mike Salk here. And yes, when Crawl Pros came out to my place, they realized we had a little problem with our insulation. So they've set about fixing it, and they did a great job. But if you've got the same problem, they'll also look to see what kind of energy rebates are available. Right now, local utility companies are incentivizing homeowners to make their home more energy efficient with proper insulation. And some homes qualify for several $1,000s in savings with these utility rebate programs. So don't just assume your crawl space and attic are in great condition. Do what I did. Call Crawl Pros today and schedule a free corner-to-corner inspection and find out if you've got water intrusion, mold, rodent issues, or even damaged insulation. Schedule your crawl space and attic inspection at crawlpros.com.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Yeah, hi. I need an AC tune-up, and one room isn't comfortable.
We could do both. We'll get your system running right and take a look at the room. Ductless could be a great solution.
Perfect.
Yeah, and if your system's older, right now when you install a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system, the furnace is free.
Wow.
So you get a complete heating and cooling system for the price of one, and we help maximize rebates to save you the most.
Visit cmheating.com today for your tune-up or free estimate.
There's no beating CM Heating.
CMHEA HL751LW.
Tune in to elevate your wealth. If you're 5 to 10 years from retirement, you do not have the time to deal with a market downturn. With Mark Stimson and Casey Elkins.
It's important that you know what the rules are, because if you don't, you can make some tremendous decisions that could adversely affect you, and you may not be able to go back and fix them.
Tune in to Elevate Your Wealth, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
What's up, everybody? It is the Gee Ursula Show. It's going to be 87 degrees today. That sun is going to be out. What a beautiful day it's going to be. Hey, coming up at 10 o'clock, as you all know, in about 2 weeks, coming up pretty soon, the World Cup matches will begin, and the city of Seattle is spending tens of millions. Here's a question. Is Seattle getting a good deal with this? Or do you not like it? Well, we'll explain all of that coming up at 10 o'clock. But right now, world famous.
Let me make something crystal clear. This one truly scares me.
It's time to make Ursula uncomfortable.
It's going to be 87 degrees today. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. So here we go. Would you rather sleep with one fan that barely works, or 4 fans that sound like a Boeing airplane getting ready to take off in your bedroom? Ursula?
One fan that barely works because I can't handle my husband snoring. 4 fans that sound like a Boeing plane. Are you kidding me?
Man, why? Hey, time out.
I'm a fan.
What did Long Live Mark do to catch a stray?
No.
How the hell did he catch a stray?
I'm speaking for every couple that deals with a partner who has a bit of a snoring issue.
I think that was contextual.
It's very relatable.
Okay.
Yes, it's loud. It can be very loud. And I can't sleep. It's very tough.
Okay.
That said, the other option. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You have the option of going naked if you have just one fan barely moving. So, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better for me.
No.
So
you would rather have it?
I got some drawers and some t-shirts.
Things start sticking to things.
Sticking, yeah. I need a buffer. I need a barrier. All right, here we go. Would you rather pay $40 for a window AC unit or tough it at $40 for
Where
AC
are you getting
unit?
that one?
Exactly.
Or Chubby and Tubby?
Or do you shout out to them? Or just tough it out like your grandmama and them used to do and just suffer in silence.
Oh, I'm never suffering in silence. That doesn't happen. For the first time ever. No, actually, this is going to be the second summer. I finally have AC. So, no, I will go with the cheap one. I'm not suffering in silence.
Okay. Would you rather?
Wait. What about you?
Oh, give me that $40 AC.
Yeah.
I need everything I can get. I just
$40?
Where are you getting it? That's happening nowhere.
How much could a banana cost? $12?
The reason why I made it $40,
yeah,
because I wanted to give you an idea of how if this $40 is not a great air conditioner.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those little plastic fans that say
yeah.
AC.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now this one is check this out. Would you rather it be 95 degrees bone dry heat or 82 degrees with humidity?
82 and humidity, bye-bye hair.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Give me 95 all day long. You know what, Ursula? I didn't realize it because I grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, that's, grew up as human. When I finally got to the West Coast and didn't have to deal with the humidity, and when I go back, that humidity smacks me.
Yeah, it can.
That's some sticky stuff.
Yeah.
I thought humidity was awful for hair.
She
I
said
bye-bye hair.
But you still chose it?
You'll still choose it? Why?
Because it's good for the skin.
You know what? That's true.
I have a friend who was telling me living in Florida that's done wonders. I mean, even though it's sunny, it's also very humid.
You know what?
I'm also used to tropical weather. Reminds me, of the Philippines. I love Hawaii.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'll always be by a pool. I'll jump in.
Okay. Man, Chef, how about you on that one?
Oh, 95, man. Easy.
Dry heat.
Yep.
Would you rather give up ice for a week or give up shade for 3 days of 90-degree weather? Give up ice or give up shade?
I'm going with giving up ice.
Same. So easy.
Because I'll just drink warmer water.
I'm giving up ice too.
Yeah.
I need that shade.
Yeah.
That shade be talking to me.
You ever get that feeling where you're too hot and you start to panic? You're looking for, oh God, I got to find some shade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No doubt. Would you rather, last one, would you rather take 3 cold showers during a hot day or commit to lying on the kitchen floor with the animals, because for some reason the animals, they know where the cool part of the house is?
Oh, I'll take give me the floor with the animals.
Don't
pull that out of context, please.
Let me just say this. You guys remember it was the summer of 2009? You guys remember how hot it was here when it was getting in the hundreds?
Yes.
That was the first time that I slept on the kitchen floor with a cold towel.
Are you serious?
Man, I was struggling. No, and the cold towel was over me.
Yeah.
I had the cold towel on top of me, and I laid on the floor.
I can literally feel the linoleum on my skin as you're saying that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy. All right, good stuff. Hey, I know a lot of you guys, some of you are excited about the World Cup. Some of you, it's whatever. That's fair. But right now, Seattle's spending tens of millions to host the World Cup matches. So we'll tell you if the city is getting a bargain or whether taxpayers are getting hustled. We'll do that next. Gee and Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, where you turn for the news you depend on.
KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is here with more.
24% of businesses are now thinking about leaving Washington.
Traffic.
We are definitely seeing some slowing through the S-curves.
Conversation.
We build it, we produce it, we charge for it.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
A one-hander! Are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. Download the KIRO News Radio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO News Radio app, your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate, and there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Seattle at 206-666-2466. 206-666-2466. That's 206-666-2466. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationseattle.com.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
G. Scott here. Safeway wants you to know SunBucks gives qualifying families $120 per child for summer groceries. Some families are signed up automatically. Others need to apply. Find out if you should apply at freesummermeals.org.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Voters are casting ballots in primary races across 6 states today, including California, where the race for governor is heating up after a scandal led to Eric Swalwell dropping out. ABC News political director Avery Harper has more.
Given the fact that there's so many candidates on the ballot, and when you look at recent polling, no one is really running away with this. At last check, Javier Becerra was atop only by a couple of points by some estimates. And so we really do have to wait and see what California voters ultimately say. Any small shift could make a huge impact here.
Voters are also weighing in on the Los Angeles mayoral race. Still no deal inside as the war with Iran grinds into a new month. Secretary of State Marco Rubio testifying before a Senate committee for the first time since the start of the war and defending the Trump administration's foreign policies. Severe storms once again targeting the nation's midsection and parts of the South, packed with damaging winds, large hail, and the threat of tornadoes. This is ABC News. Counterterrorism officials are finalizing security for the World Cup. It gets underway next week in Los Angeles. One of the top security concerns, officials say, drones.
Drone operators who enter restricted airspace could be fined $100,000, as nearly a dozen cities across the U.S. host 78 World Cup matches. Officials say immigration agents will be involved in security operations, but their focus will be on counterterrorism, not immigration enforcement.
ABC's Hannah Bata. The game's expected to draw as many as 7 million visitors and fans to the U.S. The personal data of nearly 6 million Carnival cruise customers may have been compromised due to a data breach. In a statement, Carnival Corporation says it, quote, takes the privacy and security of your information very seriously. The company goes on to say, we deeply regret this incident and any concern it may cause. I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
A teenage boy is dead after a shooting at a Federal Way apartment complex. But first, KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. It's about an hour and a half from Everett to Bellevue, an hour and 20 minutes from Everett to Seattle. It's a struggle for both of the lake bridges. It'll take you about 30 minutes from Bellevue to Seattle, the West Seattle bridges. The delays are getting better. Lynwood to Seattle's about 45 minutes right now. This traffic report is brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM. Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. A 16-year-old boy was shot and killed Monday night at a Federal Way apartment complex. Police were called around 9:30 to South Star Lake Road after a witness reported gunfire. Officers found the teen in the parking lot with gunshot wounds, but despite aid, he died at the scene. Investigators say the victim and the shooter both knew each other. Detectives have identified the suspect as a 28-year-old man, though his name has not yet been released. Anyone with information is asked to call Federal Way PD. An Arlington police officer is back behind bars. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports 41-year-old Dustin Bartlett was arrested at his Camino Island home on Friday, his second arrest in as many weeks.
Dustin Bartlett's girlfriend turned him in May. The veteran Arlington police officer facing 10 counts now of possessing images of child sex abuse. The Everett Herald reports Bartlett was arrested again on Friday for violating a protection order. Neighbors telling KIRO 7 TV they called 911 fearing for the girlfriend's safety.
Yeah, very brave. I give her a lot of credit for being strong enough to do that.
Bartlett was once named Officer of the Year in Arlington. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
As Longview mourns the 11 mill workers killed in last week's catastrophic tank rupture, new questions are emerging about oversight. KIRO 7 TV's Brandon Thompson learned there are no required state or federal inspections for above-ground tanks holding white liquor, the caustic chemical involved in the disaster.
While the state government does not have a role in inspections, the Federal Chemical Safety and Hazard Investigation Board is involved
investigating the cause.
Unfortunately, their budget was zeroed out by the president in his proposed budget.
Congress saved funding for the CSB last year, but the White House has proposed defunding it again next year.
Boards like the U.S. Chemical Safety and Hazard Investigation Board are very important for kind of ensuring that tragedies like this don't happen again.
I asked the White House why they feel it's necessary to remove funding from the Chemical Safety Board. I did not hear back.
A reality TV star has been found dead in Washington's Okanagan River. 42-year-old Matt Brown, who appeared on Discovery's Alaskan Bush People, was pulled from the water over the weekend. His brother, Bear, announced the death on social media, saying it appears he died of self-inflicted injury.
I would have never suspected he would have hurt himself.
Matt Brown had struggled with addiction. A new executive order from Governor Bob Ferguson aims to keep more women on the job during menopause. The order requires Washington state cabinet agencies to adopt menopause workplace accommodations and training. April Haberman, CEO of Seattle-based Mediva, says too many women quietly walk away from their careers.
That gap between what women need and what women are given is exactly where good careers begin to silently, quietly fall apart.
The Mayo Clinic estimates menopause symptoms cost employers $1.8 billion a year in lost productivity. And now to your KIRO News Radio weather. Today is expected to be the hottest day of the year. Meteorologist Jeff Mikulski with the National Weather Service says some cities could heat up to the 90s.
Yeah, areas like Olympia and then down south down to Portland. That stretch of I-5 there looks like the warmest.
Right now it's 70 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Everybody's talking about it. You've been talking about it. You probably haven't heard it, but if you've been listening to the show, we've been talking about 84, 87 degrees. It's going to be hot. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to the Mariners game. Can't wait. Good morning to you, Ursula.
Good morning. I'm finding out that I may really be in the minority when it comes to loving the upper 80s and low 90 degrees around here. I think it gets out of people's comfort zone.
I want to just
Why are you laughing, Jeff?
I just want to just say
Okay.
this. That's probably one of the biggest selling points about Seattle.
Yes,
is that the
moderate
fact
weather.
that it doesn't have extreme on anything. It doesn't have extreme politics. Just kidding. Just weather.
Gee,
Just
we're
weather.
trying. We're
Just-
trying.
Just weather.
Hey, coming up at 10:30. Why are we hiding from our neighbors? There are some signs that folks just don't want to be seen when they're home. There used to be a time when a picket fence was a thing, but there's something that has replaced picket fences where you could actually see through the stakes and see above these small picket fences.
Yeah.
And people are putting things a little differently. Are you one of them? Are you all about trying to stay away from your neighbors?
I say about the neighbors the same way I say about the kids.
Forget them kids. Okay, Muckleshoot Shoot Casino Resort text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
What's new at 10?
Have you seen the news? Downtown Seattle skyscraper is about to sell for less than half of what it was worth just before the pandemic. This is in the Seattle Times, they're reporting that the 44-story U.S. Bank Center is being sold for around $280 million, which is a staggering 54% loss compared to the $612 million that Blackstone paid for that same building in 2019. And this just goes to show that downtown Seattle is getting hard hit. The office market is still very soft. About a third of downtown office space is still empty. And many companies, not as many as before, but many companies are still doing hybrid work. And we know that city and county government, a lot of people were squealing about having to go back 3 days a week to the office. And so the demand for traditional office space remains very weak. But do you remember, and I don't know if you ever went to that building, but it used to have a lot of shops, restaurants. Remember the FAO Schwartz toy store was there? And now, I mean, to think that you bought it, you could have bought it for, I mean, it's still a lot of money, but it's sold for $280 million versus $612 million?
Buy the dip. A lot of y'all folks know that saying. If you play in the stock market, you know the idea of buy the dip. Spear Street, the company that just bought this, they just bought the dip. And so what they did is they said, okay, so let me get this straight. They bought this for $612 million in 2019. Today, we gambling. We gambling. Let's buy the dip at $282 million. And here's why I think they buy the dip. The same folks that bought the dip, watch this, in the Central District. You know, there is a time that people used to tell you don't want to buy there. It's terrible in the Central District. You can't get the crime and all that. Their homes are terrible. They're distressed. Look at all that. As a matter of fact, this has been happening all over the country. So someone came and bought the dip in the Central District. What's that home worth today? In this case, Ursula, they're buying the dip. Earlier this morning in the top stories, you said that Melinda French Gates just tagged on and she bought on with the Kraken and that team with the potential of an NBA team coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm saying.
Which is going to be great for Lower Queen Anne, but downtown.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm going to ask all of you all this, and I'll ask you this, Ursula. Do you think that Seattle is going to end up like Detroit, or do you believe that Seattle will rebound and bounce back from this? Whatever your answer is, Spear Street, the company that bought that building, said,
I'm gambling.
I'm gambling. I'm buying the dip. I believe it's going to bounce back up. I believe, Ursula, Seattle's going to bounce back. The NBA team's coming. The sale price of the Seahawks here potentially is going to reach $10 billion. You mean to tell me that this place with all this money is not going to eventually bounce back?
Okay, so I'm going to answer your question.
Come on.
I don't think it's ever going to be Detroit. I think that we have to act as if there is a possibility that it could be if we don't do any forward thinking. If we continue to think that we are going to somehow magically bring workers back and people back to pre-pandemic levels without making any dramatic changes, I think that is wishful thinking. I think that is insanity. That is because you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and don't expect the same result, right? Or different results. That is the definition of insanity. So, when are we going to start talking about converting offices into housing when it's feasible, when we have a housing crisis?
Ursula, you're speaking my language right now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
As they get ready to start building, when you start thinking about, and what they used to say, the new normal, we will start to see that. I was just in downtown Vancouver, BC, and if you guys have been there,
oh, it's beautiful.
You see how they do a lot of intertwining with housing, residential, and businesses. We will see more of that downtown Seattle. Now,
but under whose vision?
I mean, look, I'm not going to take this time to go into that. I'm not, because when you say under whose vision, let's be real. Was it the vision that made the Central District what it was? No, it was the vision of a whole lot of rich folks had an opportunity to buy the dip. And this is one of those things. So I would say this. This building is a perfect example of Blackstone was like, you know what, we're out. We don't want to do this. We already got a lot of holdings over in Bellevue anyways, so we don't see it. Not to say that it won't happen, we don't see it. But Spear Street is saying that we do.
Well, and they got an amazing price. I mean,
right?
Yeah, down by more than half. So, yeah, Blackstone took it on the chin. But, again, convert offices into housing What about, you got to bring more entertainment, and you got to make it easy for people to get to this entertainment. We need more restaurants. We need more nightlife. We need more events. And yes, these teams, we've got the teams. We will soon hopefully have an NBA team. But again, if downtown is not more accessible, more attractive, people feel safe, and businesses are not taxed out and priced out and can survive what's going on right now in the economy, that's the only way we're going to get that.
Would you guys agree that the new waterfront's beautiful?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Text in how many times that you did not go to the waterfront because you didn't feel safe.
Before or now?
No, today.
Now.
Right now, today.
No.
Are you?
Yeah.
So that tells me, like in every other city has its warts. Every city has its block. I'm saying that Seattle is setting up, and when that basketball, and by the way, that's 41 home games a year. The restaurants and all of those things, they're coming back. But there's a big thing right now is the people, the forward thinkers are saying, I'm going to buy the dip right now.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is I just don't think, I see what you're saying. They're getting a good deal, and they're investing in the possibility that folks come back. But how do you come back? A couple of other ideas that I have not heard of. But what about, that University of Washington, we've got great schools around here. What if you brought more students downtown through expanded college programs, for example?
You're not going to like what I'm about to say. That ain't going to build up downtown. Students ain't coming to spend that kind of money. What I'm saying is that,
but if you have people buying lunch.
But UW is going to be UW, and they're perfect where they are. I'm saying right now, the vacancy rate, top in the country, Q1 of this year, 33%.
Yes.
It's above the national average. Look, everything seems doom and gloom. All I'm saying is just go and look at history. Go look at the times where people told you, oh, my goodness, that neighborhood's so bad.
But you need to have a visionary. And who is that visionary? If the first day, for example, she said boycott Starbucks, okay? Who is going to lead the push? We need people who have the means to lead that push. I'm just going to keep on going. What about converting buildings to medical and research space? That demand is still strong. That's still growing. What about requiring more government workers back in the office? That would be a starter. What about making it easier for startups and small businesses to do more downtown? Again, you're going to have to think of different things because what we're doing right now, you just said it. We've got among the highest vacancy rate in the country.
When you say what we're doing right now, look, everything that's being done right now, and okay, granted, saying to Starbucks, saying to the millionaires, buy, saying to Starbucks, don't drink their coffee. No, those weren't great things to say. But no matter who was in office, whether it was Bruce Harrell or Katie Wilson, what is happening right now in Seattle was already happening.
Yes.
Now,
and you don't want to make it go further and faster.
As much as I don't like what Katie Wilson did, Katie Wilson's words were not good, but they're not going to be the driver of what's going to happen. What's going on with them buying? Again, I just want to just keep this simple. I want to get to the main point. It's buy the dip. Spear Street is saying we're going to gamble on Seattle. And so we need more of them. And for all of you all to think, if you guys think, and whether your opinion on Katie Wilson, you guys know what my opinion is on Katie Wilson, but if your opinion on Katie Wilson and her leadership is like, it's not good, I can promise you this. Whatever happens while she's in the mayor's office, she's not stopping this train. Because there's one thing I've learned about money. Money controls it all. Look at the federal government and what's happening right there. We choose joy and we don't talk about it. That's going to be the same thing here in Seattle. You won't be able to stop this train.
I hope you're right, because we need a vibrant downtown. And speaking of that, as you know, we're going to be talking about it a lot. We're going to be hosting 6 World Cup matches, and they're calling this the biggest sport event in Washington state history. But how much is this going to cost the city? And are we getting a bargain? or is this a bad deal? Cascade PBS reports that Seattle alone is going to spend nearly $32 million to host the games. Much of it's going to be on police officers, public safety, emergency management, transportation, and of course, making the fan experience as great as possible. But organizers say this investment is also leaving behind permanent improvements. So whenever you hold a big event like this, you're going to get dozens of new mini soccer fields, for example, or public art installations and upgrades throughout the city. So as you weigh whether this is worth it to spend this kind of money, the tournament could bring, we hope, as many as 750,000 visitors and generate close to $850 million in terms of dollars and passing through this region. But not everyone is convinced that the payoff is going to match the price tag. What do you think?
I think the payoff is going to outmatch the price tag. You guys call me crazy, but this is how I think. I always think about how can I make these topics relatable. Ursula, was there ever a time in high school, and you all listening, was there ever a time that there was a party that was getting ready to happen? A party was going to happen Friday night. Mm-hmm. And you heard that Mike was throwing the party. And you don't even want to go. You don't want to go to the party. But the thing is, Mike didn't even invite you. So sometimes people, even though they didn't want to go to the party, there was a party happening and they get more upset about not getting the invite because they want the invite so they can say no to the party. What I'm saying is there's a party that's going to be happening in 2 weeks. And there's a lot of folks like, gee, I'm not excited. And let me raise my hand. I wasn't really excited about this World Cup.
Yeah, it changed because now you're going to be part of it.
Yes, it's changed because I'm going to be part of it. But I'll tell you another reason why it is also changed. It's also changed because like that party that Mike had, when the party was happening, you getting text messages and phone calls like, hey, man, this party is happening. Mm-hmm. I am now being a part of it and getting ready for rehearsals coming up. I am starting to see how much love people have for soccer. Chef just said it the other day, just said it this morning. He was in Europe during the World Cup. I never have been. I've been to Super Bowls. I've been to playoffs. I've been all that stuff. I've never been, Ursula, next to anything World Cup, and I'm starting to learn something. Their compassion, their love is kind of contagious. This kind of reminds me of Dream Team 92 when they pulled up to Barcelona and they brought basketball there. Magic, Bird, and Jordan. What happened with there? Basketball became forever. So again, I just wanted to explain my bandwagon that I'm jumping on right now.
I love it, and I am not one of those like, I'm going to avoid everything. I wish I could take part in all of it. I told you I'm going to be coming back from vacation, and it'll just be getting going. And I am going to try to see what's happening downtown, even though I'm not going to attend any of the games. But I've got a question for you, and I know that you've brought it up because hosting this event makes me always wonder, since we are Super Bowl champs, could we ever host a Super Bowl?
No.
Are we capable? Wait, what? That was too quick.
No.
Why?
Because Super Bowls aren't about football.
Okay, explain.
Super Bowls are about money.
Oh, we don't have enough money here?
No, it's not saying we don't have enough money here. Super Bowls is one thing, it's the game, but then there's the week, right? There's a Super Bowl week. And the people that will pay $50,000 a seat, they don't want to come to Seattle in February. Okay? Matter of fact, some of you all listening right now, some of you guys don't even want to go to games in December. I'm going to throw my wife under the bus. She don't even like to go to games in December and January. So you mean to tell me if you're paying $50,000 a seat, you want to come to Seattle February with an open roof and you want to pay?
Well, where else have they? That's true. Yeah, they always have it in warm spots, don't they?
Because the money.
Yeah.
Y'all, there's a theme here.
Yes.
There's a theme.
Yeah.
But I lost my train of thought. I was cooking too much.
It's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
But you said it's all about money, and there's a theme.
Man, it's all about money. Oh, by the way, so John and Reutin said, does Gee realize the value of access for these 6 games exceeds $10,000? John, you can get in for cheaper than that, my boy. Come on now. It's not. You can. Matter of fact,
yes.
I would. If
especially since the market may be a little softer for the tickets. Yeah.
All right, Chef, you wanted to make a comment about anything, World Cup or something?
I just want to say there is a way to enjoy the World Cup without paying big prices, and you can even do it in Kirkland or Snohomish, wherever. Go to a bar.
Oh, yeah.
Go to a bar
yes.
where fans from another country are gathering. Ask questions. Sit with people who are from Egypt or Iran.
You are so right.
You will have a fantastic experience.
That's what I just did for my homework just recently when I was watching Team Arsenal up there in Vancouver. I did that, and I was asking questions, and they were loving me asking questions.
And then you get a little sense of their culture, and they get a chance to meet people from here. Brilliant idea.
One of the things I'm going to be doing is, funny you bring that up, I'm going to be going around to different restaurants, right? Yeah. Where something like their countries are playing in the restaurants, get some of their cuisines.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you up for some suggestions because I want to do it.
And so, Chef, you've been around the World Cup. It was good, huh?
Oh, incredible.
Hey, coming up next here on the Gee Ursula Show, do you like your neighbors? And if so, and if you don't, would you want to hide from them? We'll talk about that next, Gee Ursula.
KIRO Newsradio is honored to be the recipient of 7 regional Edward R. Murrow Awards, including Overall Excellence and Excellence in Writing.
We can't let hatred become the air we breathe. It poisons us all. Our strength is in unity.
We thank you who listen, stream, and watch every day. The driving force that pushes us to be the Northwest's trusted news source. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Yeah, hi. I need an AC tune-up, and one room isn't comfortable.
We could do both. We'll get your system running right and take a look at the room. Ductless could be a great solution.
Perfect.
Yeah, and if your system's older, right now when you install a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system, the furnace is free.
Wow.
So you get a complete heating and cooling system for the price of one, and we help maximize rebates to save you the most.
Visit cmheating.com today for your tune-up or free estimate.
There's no beating CM Heating.
CMHEA HL751LW.
Are you looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, ranging from the low 500s to the high 1 millions, D.R. Horton has the right home at the best value for you. Your new home is within reach, so what are you waiting for? Learn more about the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. Visit drhorton.com and schedule a tour today. D.R. Horton, America's builder. An equal housing opportunity builder.
Don't wait, insulate. Last year, American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $2 million in insulation rebates from PSE, more than any provider in the state. If your home was built before 1990, you're eligible for recouping up to 95% of insulation replacement costs. Insulate with American Crawl Space and keep your home warm during the winter and cool during the summer.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Hey, Jake Skorheim here. Summer means I have a laundry list of exterior home improvements to tackle and no time to do it. Fortunately, the team in the red van has me covered. And of course, I'm talking about Valentine Roofing, the pros that keep me off extension ladders and precarious positions. If your summer home improvement list has a new roof, siding, or a gutter upgrade, you owe it to your home to give Valentine Roofing a call. Once again, they've been awarded the 2025 Best in the Pacific Northwest Awards for Roofing by the Seattle Times. And it really comes down to two things: the best product backed by a lifetime warranty and exceptional customer service. They call that the Valentine experience. It's seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service. And right now, qualified homeowners can take advantage of $0 down, 0% financing with 6 months deferred interest when paid in full within the promotional period. Financing subject to approved credit. Call 206 Roofing to schedule your free estimate today. That's 206 Roofing. And remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement? Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Sound Path Through Retirement, with Ben Koval and Matt Liebarger. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 10 a.m. and noon on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Clutter happens. Let Closets by Design save the day. For a limited time, get 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18-month 0% financing on approved credit if paid in full. Go to closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. President Trump says he will abide by a court ruling that has temporarily blocked his anti-weaponization fund created after a settlement with the IRS. ABC's Catherine Folders has more.
It was striking to see after DOJ issued that statement that senators on Capitol Hill and Trump's top allies, they weren't convinced. They said, wait a second, the president nor the White House is saying that they're going to drop this altogether. They're just saying that they're going to abide by a court order which only pauses this weaponization fund, the creation and payments out of it, only pauses it for a 2-week period until the judge could consider legal arguments which are scheduled to take place mid-month.
Federal Way police are searching for answers after a 16-year-old boy was shot and killed Monday night. This happened just after 9:30 at an apartment complex on South Star Lake Road. Officers found the teen in the parking lot with critical injuries. He died at the scene. Detectives say the victim and the shooter knew each other and have identified the suspect as a 28-year-old man. His name has not yet been released. Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez says the owners of the Nippon Dynawave plant in Longview are walking back their commitment to pay workers after the state's largest industrial accident there. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports she wants the company to now promise to pay workers in writing.
One day after a vat full of that corrosive chemical white liquor imploded and killed 11 people, Nippon Dynawave committed to continuing to pay some 500 workers now forced off the job. However, in a letter to the company, Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez claims owners changed their mind and workers will get their last paycheck June 7th. Meanwhile, the shock of those 11 people who lost their lives has not gone away in Longview.
And now all these people's lives are destroyed and you can't bring them back.
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Pierce County is paying out more money to people who say they were abused as kids at a juvenile detention center. The News Tribune reports the county council just approved another $1.78 million in settlements to 4 people who were held at Raymond Hall. The alleged abuse stretches from the late 70s through the early 2000s. Over the last 6 months, Pierce County has paid out nearly $10 million in these cases. And now now to your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic right now. An hour and a half from Everett to Bellevue. The West Seattle Bridge is finally clear. Linwood to Seattle is about 45 minutes. This traffic report is brought to you by Global Credit Union. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. And for your forecast, it's going to be hot out there. Seattle could reach 84 degrees. The hottest spots will be close to the Cascades and Lewis County, where temperatures will get close to 90. Right now, it's 70 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Coming up at 10:47. Of course, we do scenarios, but right now, this might be a scenario in and of itself because Americans apparently are hiding from their neighbors. And this is out of the Washington Post, and they're reporting that there's been the death of the traditional white picket fence. And they spoke to owners of a fencing company that has been around for decades, and they used to specialize in the white picket American dream, but last year, Southington Rustic Fence Company sold 0 picket fences. But you know what is popular?
What?
The 6-foot-tall vinyl privacy fences. Neighbors just don't want to see each other anymore.
Right.
And according to The Atlantic, we are now in the antisocial century, so we are interacting with our neighbors so much less than in the past, and we're spending a lot more time alone than ever.
Right. Well, I'm going to ask you and everybody that's listening right now. Text in 888-973-5476. You ready? When you go pee, do you close the door or leave it open at home in front of you? So your significant other's right there. Do you close the door or do you leave it open?
Good Lord, Gee. I close the door.
I close the door.
I've been married many, many years, and I still don't want. Yeah, there's just some things that need to be private.
So you love your husband.
Of course.
So if I have a big fence and I have privacy trees, that does not mean I don't love my neighbors. That just means that, hey, when I'm in the backyard, not to say that we doing a do or nothing like that in the backyard. We being normal, but we don't have to. We get a little bit of privacy. So if you go pee, and some people go pee in front of their significant other, and I think that's great. And some people don't. I close the door. Ursula closes the door. Some of y'all might close the door. That's how I look at the neighbor situation.
Well, and I love your analogy, but what I think this article is, or 2 articles actually are saying, is that it's not just the privacy fences. It's just the whole attitude of, yeah, you might love your neighbor, but you don't want to interact with them. Not only do you not want them to see into your house and vice versa, but you just want to be alone.
No, I read the article.
Yeah.
And my interpretation
yes.
in reading it is like, it's not that you don't love your neighbor, but you want some privacy in the backyard.
See, I think that I worry in a time and an age where we have less and less interaction with people and more of it is on screens. And I think that, we've talked about the loneliness epidemic in this country.
Yeah.
And especially as people get older, I don't think this is a healthy thing. I think there's something to be said about knowing. I mean, how many of you right now, listening right now, have had a conversation with your neighbor?
I mean,
in the past year.
It's less of that these days. Not many people go next door and say, hello, can I have a cup of sugar? Nobody really does that these days.
I actually did that. Remember I told you I got scratched by the neighbor's cat? Well, it wasn't her cat. It was another neighbor's cat. But I literally went over there because I needed one more cup of sugar. That was a long time ago since I haven't baked in a long time.
Yeah.
But in any case, I am so grateful for the one neighbor that I interact with all the time. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of us are going to agree that we just don't have those kind of interactions anymore. It's like we are just doing our own thing.
I love my neighbors. My Vietnamese partners, you know what I'm saying? I got them all around me, you know what I'm saying? They always offer me a Heineken Because every evening they sit out there with the little table with the garage door open, and you guys know, right? Well, maybe you don't. They got the garage door open. They sit there. Gee, come on. Heidigan. I take that back.
But doesn't that make
they don't even know my name, so I take that back.
But doesn't that make it? Let's just keep telling them. Doesn't that make it so much more pleasant that you do know your neighbors?
Yes. I just see him in the front. I don't see him in the back.
Gee, actually, it's funny you bring that up because one of the articles I was reading talks about how the garage is the new front door. Most of us don't walk into our house anymore through that front door. It's, we go into the garage, shut the door, go right into the house. At least your neighbors are using that garage as their front porch.
It is. It's such a beautiful thing, and it is so true. As a matter of fact, I'm glad he brought that up. It's actually, because during COVID, you guys remember the one side of my garage was a gym.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
And it's actually making me really think about rearranging the garage because I'm like, you know what? Because they actually make me jealous. Every time I come home, matter of fact, I want to ask them, do y'all got a job?
Okay, don't ask it like that.
Y'all do this every day. How the heck is it 2 o'clock and y'all already there?
They might work the night shift. Okay, but how about this, though?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the privacy fences or the lack of picket fences, but even how we design our homes anymore. Mm-hmm. Newer homes and apartments are being designed with privacy and efficiency instead of the idea of gathering. So dining rooms are smaller now. Fewer people have the front porches. Okay, I think I'm just going against the grain here because our house, just recently in the last 6 months, we put in front porches. And now we're starting to sit in the front because everything was toward the back. That's the front of the house.
That's a Midwest thing.
The front of the house gets a lot of sun.
That's a Midwest thing. Midwest folks love to be out there on the front porch. That's a big thing.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's just improved the quality of our life.
Can I tell you what Sharon, the Scrabble savant, said?
What'd she say?
My last relationship was with a neighbor, air quotes, man across the street. Shout out to you, Sharon.
She also put a little heart there.
All right, so.
But anyway, so yeah, and if you think about it, if you are also planning to do less entertaining in your home and now it's really about you time, I wonder if people are just, first of all, so used to the screen, so used to just needing and wanting that kind of solitude. I just think longer term, we're going to see the impacts of that.
I'll say this. Sweeping statement coming up with absolutely no research to back up what I'm going to say. But this is just my feeling. Is that fair? If you have interactive neighbors that talk to each other, I think the likelihood of home break-ins go down.
It's true. No, it's true.
Okay. I agree.
And I think that is a big thing. And coming up in the summer, they have those night outs.
Yeah.
If you've got one and you've been avoiding those, do it. Because everyone you get each other's numbers. You get to know who lives down the street that you never see or maybe will wave every once in a while. But yes, they can alert you, hey, such and such is happening, or that's just valuable.
A real nice, easy thing a lot of people do in my neighborhood is they'll put a bench out by the front lawn strip, so people can sit down when they're taking walks. They put out the dog bowls with water.
That's so sweet.
That's nice.
I love that. It's nice touches.
Wait a minute now. Liz in Gig Harbor, this is a whole different game. This is scenarios. Liz in Gig Harbor says, I married my next door neighbor 31 years ago. Now, it's another sweeping statement. Do not date your neighbor. And do not date somebody at work. And do not date somebody at your gym. Those are the 3 places. Don't do it.
And I just love what Elizabeth said, just real quick. We need real people. I borrow sugar from our neighbors. They are magical and we take care of each other. And that's the way I say it should be.
Scenarios next. Gee Ursula.
KIRO Newsradio, winner of 7 regional Edward R. Murrow Awards. Breaking news coverage, best newscast, excellence in writing, investigative reporting, sports reporting, hard news. Capped with a prestigious prize for overall excellence. And we thank you, our audience across the Pacific Northwest. You're the reason we strive to be the Northwest's trusted news source. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
My friend Jonathan from DUI Heroes says DUI arrests increase around the holiday weekends and into June. So if you or someone you know has been pulled over for DUI, contact DUI Heroes immediately. They'll defend the person and not the mistake. DUIs can be very complicated, but there's always a person behind the action, a person who needs to be getting the help and get their life back together. That is what DUI Heroes helps with. Your DUI defense specialist, 1-800-DUI-HERO. That number is answered 24/7. DUIHeroes.com.
I just can't dig it.
Dig what?
My water line.
Needs replacing?
And I don't want digging in my yard.
And maybe your driveway.
Can't dig it.
Don't dig it.
But how do you?
Apollo Plumbing replaces water lines without digging up your yard.
You're Dan.
From the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Apollo Plumbing.
Our trenchless technology replaces water and sewer lines.
Without digging up my yard?
2 little holes is all it takes.
Sounds better.
Faster, too.
And my yard?
Like we were never there.
Sounds spendy.
Not so much.
Oh?
In the end, about the same as that messy digging you don't want.
How do you figure?
Think about that landscaping you love.
Yeah?
Trenchless means you won't be paying to replace it.
Or my driveway.
We run everything underground.
Trenchless?
Do them all the time.
How about...
Easy payments?
Yeah.
With approved credit. Sure thing.
When can you get started?
We are the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Love that.
Apollo Plumbing, trenchless waterline replacement.
Sewer lines, too.
Can you dig that?
That I can.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn, understands the pressure that comes from owing money to the IRS. Don't let that pressure build. Call None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. Google NUNN. None Better Tax Resolution.
When the heat's in 11, cool AC would be heaven.
DayandNight.net.
Stay cool this summer with a new AC or heat pump from Day and Night. And with installation, you'll get a free furnace.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating. Call us about installing a high-efficiency cooling system or servicing your existing one so you're cool when you need it.
Get a new AC or heat pump now from Day and Night to stay cool this summer. Plus, with installation, you'll get a free furnace.
DayandNight.net.
Healthcare costs are rising, and a major driver is hospital prices. They've increased more than 250% over the past 25 years. Families and local businesses are feeling it. At Primera Blue Cross, we're working to change that by negotiating with hospitals to secure fair, responsible prices so you can get the care you need at a cost you can afford. That's coverage that counts. Learn more at coveragethatcounts.primera.com.
Your medication for enlarged prostate is working. That's what you tell yourself. You're up 3 times a night instead of 5. The urgency is manageable. The stream's not great, but it's fine. That's the problem. Fine. Enlarged prostate, or BPH, doesn't pause because the medication takes the edge off. The prostate keeps growing. The bladder keeps working harder. And over time, those changes can be harder to reverse. But surgery? Not for you, right? Aquablation is not the surgery you're picturing. It's the only ultrasound-guided, robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Don't wait until things become unbearable. Find an Aquablation urologist near you. Call Aquablation Seattle at 206-666-2466. 206-666-2466. That's 206-666-2466. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationseattle.com.
Underestimating the trucking industry is one of the biggest mistakes I see victims and other lawyers make. Trucking companies have an army of lawyers and experts who act quickly after an accident to protect the company. Only an experienced trucking accident lawyer can navigate the complicated federal and state laws to protect your rights. If you or a loved one has been injured in a trucking accident, call Davis Law Group today for a free consultation or get my free book on trucking accident law at washingtonaccidentbooks.com.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning. By the way, as soon as I told you guys, as soon as I said, do not date somebody at work, do not date somebody at the gym, and do not date your neighbor, now y'all want to text in and say, G. Let me tell you. Now, a lot of you guys been married and all this stuff, so we got to bring this topic back, Ursula.
Yeah, we are, and I want to try something a little different. Like, how about some of you who want to prove G wrong on this one? Join us.
Oh, wait.
We want to reach out to you.
You have them join us on the show?
Yeah, at 11 o'clock. Just tell us your brief story. Don't need to go deep. Don't need to prepare for anything. Just tell us your story.
Text in and say if you want to come on the air.
Yes.
I'll give you a call then.
And then it's your opportunity to prove me wrong? Yeah, no, I bet you.
425. You got someone to text in for the first time, so we're reaching out to that person.
I bet you nobody wants to prove me wrong.
No, they do.
Scenarios next. Let's go.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
A bunch of us at work, about 6 of us are good friends. We go out to lunches together, and we just have fun, both at work, outside of work. A few months ago, we started a text group to stay in touch by group chat. It was fun, and mostly we use it to make fun of coworkers or the workplace, and occasionally to plan lunch or happy hour meetings. A couple weeks ago, I noticed the chat was dead. Nobody was messaging. I didn't think much of it for a couple of days. So then I sent the message to get it started again by suggesting lunch. Only a couple people responded, and both said they couldn't make it. No big deal, I thought. I went to lunch on my own, and on my way back, walked past a diner. Inside, it was all 5 of them, laughing and having a great time.
Oops.
Huh. Apparently, they made a new group chat without me in it. I'm pretty hurt by this. I'm sure they're just, using it to, maybe they're making fun of me behind my back. And I have no idea why I got cut from the group. They have no idea that I know, and I'm sure that they didn't see me while they were at lunch. How should I deal with this? 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you have to bat first.
Well, I think you've got 2 options. One would be just figure that you were the problem and you're no longer part of the group. Or you can do what I would do and be honest and just say, hey, I noticed that we stopped texting and I did see you guys out at XYZ eating together. I would love to know. I really enjoyed our time together. I would love to know. Be honest with me. Be straight up. What did I do? What can I do? What can I do to get back in this group?
Yeah.
And just be upfront about it, because maybe you truly were the problem and they decided to cut you out, and you might be unaware of whatever it was that you did.
Right.
Maybe you were too much of a gossip.
Right. You know what, Ursula? Grow up. You started off the message saying that this group that you guys get together and you guys would make fun of coworkers.
Thank you. Exactly.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah.
So 5 of them said, hey, we're going to make fun of you and do our thing.
Yeah.
Listen, look, and this is the truth. Sometimes, Ursula, in life, some people don't rock with you.
Mm-hmm.
And let me raise my hand.
Yeah.
There's people that don't rock with me. It's okay. It's okay when people don't. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, there's people I don't rock with no more. So it happens. Be a big boy, a big girl.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I said you have 2 options. One would be, hey, maybe you stepped on someone's toes, or maybe you offended some folks, and you should know, because even if you don't get back with this group, you'll know better for the next time.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just say, well, I just didn't rock with them, and so be it. But at least give yourself a chance to find out, hey, was there something that you did that you could correct so that it doesn't become a problem again?
I just want one more thing.
Yeah.
So if you guys believe whatever you believe in, higher powers, whatever, sometimes groups or environments will be shut off to you on purpose because what it's doing is trying to guide you somewhere else. Don't get locked on to a friend group that don't rock with you. Hey, move forward. Go. You have no idea. Matter of fact, have y'all ever noticed that sometimes strangers will celebrate you more than friends will? Strangers sometimes, and they can become new friends, but y'all cutting it off because y'all keep trying to keep that relationship with Billy. Man, Billy don't rock with you.
Yeah. Barry says, come on, Ursula, say it. They're just not that into you. It is true. They've decided they enjoy their time together without you. But I'm always one of those, give it a chance. Maybe there's something that you can do differently that'll make it better the next time.
I know what's happening right now, Ursula. Let me tell you what's happening. As soon as I said, prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody texting in. Now,
you know
here's
how
the
many
thing.
people have been texting in saying they married their...
But see, I'm ready for this because there's a theme of all of you guys that text at work, or you met somebody at work, or you met the neighbor. There is a theme, and I'm ready for you. And I know Chef is going to be getting these calls, and there's going to be this one person that gets to get on the air. And I think, Ursula, is this the first time in Gee and Ursula Show history that somebody gets to get on specifically to prove me wrong?
About a fun topic, too, and about something positive, because we're all about choosing joy
Now,
these
whoever
days.
this person is, I wonder if they've ever agreed with me in 6.5 years, because we got those out there,
well,
too.
You even got people texting for the first time ever.
So, before we go,
we want to hear from you.
I'm going to stand on it.
Yeah,
so
okay.
whoever comes on, I'm telling you, don't try to meet him at work, your neighbor, or the gym. Stay away.
Yeah, you've just
Sweeping
eliminated
statement.
almost every place where people can meet folks.
That's right.
You're only leaving open dating apps.
Stay away. I'm standing on it. Lie in the stand. Hill I die on. All right.
Okay.
Coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, Hawaiian Airlines was the last airlines to do something, and now, you know what they said? We done. We'll tell you about it next. Gee and Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, where you turn for the news you depend on.
KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey is here with more.
24% of businesses are now thinking about leaving Washington.
Traffic.
We are definitely seeing some slowing through the S-curves.
Conversation.
We build it, we produce it, we charge for it.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
A one-hander! Are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Are you looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, ranging from the low 500s to the high 1 millions, D.R. Horton has the right home at the best value for you. Your new home is within reach, so what are you waiting for? Learn more about the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. Visit drhorton.com and schedule a tour today. D.R. Horton, America's builder. An equal housing opportunity builder.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Whatever the heat index, stay cool this summer. Your local Bryant dealer can make sure your system is up to the task. Whether it's maintaining your current system or installing an energy-efficient Bryant Evolution cooling system with Perfect Humidity Plus technology, your dealer will give you what you need to help your family beat the heat. Learn more and schedule an appointment with a factory authorized dealer today at BryantNorthwest.com. That's BryantNorthwest.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey, it's Jason Rance here again with Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution. Greg, there are some folks getting CP 504 notices. This is not something that should be ignored. You need a professional.
When you receive a CP 504 notice, alarm bells need to go off. And as much as you just want to push that envelope aside, because they know it's not going to be good. And it's not a very good notice to get because it means the IRS is really coming down on you hard. Get help right away. Call somebody that knows what they're doing and get some assistance.
How have you helped?
We help them by understanding exactly where they're at. We interview them, we talk with them, find out. We'd like to know, how did you get here? And then we make a plan whereby we do our level best to help people with this struggle they are having now with their taxes.
Judgment-free.
Judgment-free.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, call Greg Nunn with None Better Tax Resolution. 425-947-1967 or Google NUNN. None Better Tax Resolution.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Perongo and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Tensions on Capitol Hill with Secretary of State Marco Rubio getting grilled about the war with Iran, U.S. policies, and the Ebola outbreak. ABC's Jay O'Brien has more.
Democrats were hypercritical of the administration's strategy here. And at one point, there was this tense back and forth between Rubio and the Democratic Senator of New Jersey, Cory Booker, in which Booker talked about the costs of this war, both American lives, but also the economic cost of this. And Rubio said the war is over, to which Booker shot back, the war is not over.
President Trump insists messages are still being traded between the U.S. and Iran on a peace deal. It's primary day across 6 states, including key races that could determine the balance of Congress. California voters weighing in on the governor's race, and in Los Angeles, voters are casting ballots for mayor. President Trump has appointed Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte to replace Tulsi Gabbard as the acting director of national intelligence. And on Wall Street, stocks are up this hour. This is ABC News. The best soccer players from around the world heading to the World Cup matches hosted by the U.S., Canada, and Mexico with kickoff in Los Angeles next week. And with tickets prices out of reach for most fans, many will be tuning in. The matches will be beamed and streamed worldwide, all signals going through Texas. The switch has been flipped on the FIFA International Broadcast Center. Growing popularity of whey products have led to a shortage that's weighing on many people's minds.
Little Miss Muffet's curds and whey are so old school. Now you can find whey in everything from waffles to chips to lattes. They're even selling it on GMA's Deals and Steals.
Coffee. Everybody's doing this, the protein coffee
exactly. But that demand for protein has led to a supply problem. Some whey suppliers say they are running low on homegrown whey products, meaning they might have to import it, meaning your curds and whey, as well as your protein coffee, could cost you more soon. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Millions of residents in the South to the Northern Plains bracing for more severe storms today. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
A teen was gunned down in Federal Way. Police have identified the shooter, but first, KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. The Valley Freeway is running about 35 minutes from the Puyallup area to Renton. 405 northbound looks good, but watch out for a crash in the right lane as you approach Renton. It'll take you about 26 minutes out of Renton up to Bellevue. The Federal Way to Seattle Drive is about 50 minutes right now. That's about a 20-minute delay. And coming down out of Snohomish County, it's about an hour from Everett to Seattle. Lake bridges are clear. This KIRO traffic report is brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. Federal Way police are investigating after a 16-year-old boy was shot and killed last night at an apartment complex. This happened on South Star Lake Road just after 9:30. Officers found the teen in the parking lot with gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. Investigators say the victim and the shooter both knew each other. Detectives have identified the suspect as a 28-year-old 60-year-old man, though his name has not yet been released. An Arlington police officer is back behind bars. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports 41-year-old Dustin Bartlett was arrested at his Camano Island home on Friday, his second arrest in as many weeks.
Dustin Bartlett's girlfriend turned him in May. The veteran Arlington police officer facing 10 counts now of possessing images of child sex abuse. The Everett Herald reports Bartlett was arrested again on Friday for violating a protection order. Neighbors telling KIRO 7 TV they called 911 fearing for the girlfriend's safety.
Yeah, very brave. I give her a lot of credit for being strong enough to do that.
Bartlett was once named Officer of the Year in Arlington. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
In Longview, as families grieve 11 workers lost, investigators face a major challenge. There are no mandated inspections for the type of chemical tank that ruptured. UW researcher Dr. Marissa Baker tells KIRO 7 TV mills using white liquor, a highly caustic hazardous chemical, are responsible for their own inspections.
In general, industry doesn't love a lot of regulations. Not every business is going to opt into that unless there is kind of a regulatory a regulatory force behind them to kind of force them to do it.
Washington Labor and Industries is now conducting a full investigation, which could take up to 180 days. And for your KIRO News Radio weather, today is expected to be the hottest day of the year. Meteorologist Jeff McCoskey with the National Weather Service says some cities could heat up to the 90s.
Yeah, areas like Olympia and then down south down to Portland, that stretch of I-5 there looks like the warmest.
Right now, it's 70 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Tuesday to all of you, and welcome to 87 degrees of weather that's supposed to be happening today. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning. Well, we have an hour for you. This is going to be our unhinged hour.
Unhinged?
Because a couple of things are happening. First of all, we're going to try something a little bit new. Because, G, you got people worked up with that scenario and your sweeping statement.
By the way, can we just nickname this 11 o'clock hour that?
Unhinged?
Yeah. Let's just call, tried everything. The unhinged hour of the show. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. So you said, I don't want to put words into your mouth, but you said something about where you shouldn't meet your future spouse or whatever. What were you saying?
The gym. Your neighbor. At work. Don't do it. Don't do it. That is not where you're supposed to. That's the hill I'm going to die on. Don't do it today.
Okay. Which I would argue that leaves very few places for people to meet folks unless you're talking about the dating apps. So I disagree with you. Okay. But so did a whole bunch of other people.
Sure did.
And they're going to tell us because our text line blew up. And a bunch of people a couple of whom are going to be joining us here in a few minutes.
Can I tell you what scares me?
What's that?
Out of all the topics we talk about every day, you know how many text messages came in for people texting in for the first time?
Yes.
You better tell me I got y'all that fired up.
Yeah, those are fighting words.
I'm scared of them.
Yeah, those are fighting words. So you're going to hear from some of your neighbors who actually believe that it's okay to date the neighbor or the colleague. B in Puyallup, I can't read what you wrote, which is usually the case.
You never can.
No.
Never can.
But anyway, so we'll get into all that. But right now,
top stories at 11
on the Gee and Ursula Show.
We need to talk about those airlines. And if you have plans this summer that require a trip to the airport, do you still expect food on your flight? What do you do to keep yourself from starving while en route to your destination? Because yet another airline is now dumping the perk of free food. We're talking about Hawaiian Airlines, and they're getting rid of their free hot meals for coach passengers between Hawaii and the mainland. Now, that's a long trip. But starting July 1st, travelers in the main cabin will have to pre-order and purchase their meals before the flight. Okay, this is where you get the spin, because Hawaiian Airlines is trying to say that the change is actually going to give you more choices. because now you're going to have meals created by a Maui chef, Sheldon Simeone, and it's going to range. It's only going to cost you between $11 to $17, and it can be ordered up to 2 weeks before departure through the airline's app or website.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, there are either going to be people bringing food from the airport, or they're just going to be starving. They're going to be hangry, and it's going to not be fun. Yeah. But they say free snacks. You know, you're still going to get the peanuts and the free Cokes and Diet Cokes, but no more hot meals.
So first, before I go into this, I want to say that I understand. I understand what they're doing. They're saying that this cost savings would help them anywhere between $1 to $2 million a month, right? That's going to help. Okay, I get it. Unfortunately, there's the families out there that kind of like this meal, saved up all year, wanted to be able to take this trip, and that meal comes. It's $17, right? So that's $17. With 4 or 5 people, you talk about close to $70. If that's $70, I don't know if my math is correct. While this is nothing, $17 for the haves, but for the have-nots, it's a rough one. And I get it. I understand. I just wish that they could do it. But look, no other airline is doing it. Remember back in the day when we used to be able to get on planes, and remember in the back people used to smoke, and also remember every ticket, everybody got a hot meal. I get it. Yeah. Things change.
But just for the longer, I would rather pay a little bit more but have everything included instead of doing the piecemeal thing. Now you've got to pay for this, storing your luggage up here, or you need to, for that little teeny bit of extra leg room, you're gonna have to pay for that, blah blah blah. Yeah. And now I think for folks who are not used to using the app, pre-ordering, it's inconvenient, not to mention it's an additional expense.
I don't want to dog Hawaiian because they're the last airline that was doing it.
Yes, that's true too. So they're just joining the rest. Okay, let's talk about something that you're probably not going to hear on any other radio show.
There's a lot of things you only hear on this show. Go ahead.
But we're going to talk about menopause. Because if you know somebody who's gone through it or is going through it, and that includes perimenopause, which is the years prior to when menopause takes effect, you should know about it.
Yeah.
Whether you have a sister, a mom, a girlfriend, a wife, whatever, you should really know what happens when they experience that. And right now, there's not a whole lot of help when women are experiencing menopause or perimenopause when you're at work. But the state of Washington is actually trying to take a closer look at that. And this is a story out of the Seattle Times. Governor Ferguson has now signed an executive order directing state agencies to develop standard workplace accommodations for employees who are experiencing perimenopause and menopause. For those of you who really don't know, when you are going through that, it's not just the hot flashes, which is the thing that people talk about the most. There is brain fog. There is sleep disruption. There is your whole body feeling like it's on fire. Migraines, you name it. There are a whole lot of things that happen when women go through these phases. And so this particular order does not create any new requirements for private employers, but it does ask the Washington Women's Commission to come up with best practices for state agencies to adopt, with the hope that private businesses would follow suit.
Hey, Governor Bob Ferguson, let me tell you something, bro. Let me take a bow on this one.
Yep.
This was really, really good. I mean, when I saw it, first of all, I understand. I'm grateful that he's doing this for people. And I was shocked. It was the first time that I'd never even heard anybody talk about something like this. And next thing I know, a pen is being, executive order. So Ursula, what I'm going to do is I'm going to defer to you. Like, this is amazing.
Well, I think at the very least, it opens up the conversation, because this is one of those things, for example, that people are really uncomfortable, even though all women who are blessed to live long enough will go through this. I mean, unless obviously they have something that happens, hysterectomy, whatever. But people are going to experience this. Women are going to experience this. And pretending that it doesn't happen, it doesn't have an actual profound effect on a lot of women.
Right.
That could basically mean that sometimes you have to miss work, but you don't want to say, I'm dealing with perimenopause or I'm dealing with menopause.
Yeah.
It's at least putting it out there. And again, this is only for state agencies to come up with some kind of accommodations and to acknowledge that, yeah, women are going through this.
Yo, women be going, listen, y'all, I didn't know. Women, y'all, you be going through it. Now, some of you, there's a lot of new stuff today. There's a lot of new stuff today that's helping women out. But for some of the folks, maybe you've gone through it already. And maybe, Ursula, what'd you say earlier? How did you get through it?
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
Gee, that was not for air.
Oh, it wasn't
You're
for
going to
air?
have me say something again. I used a term that I used before when people suffer through flights.
Yeah.
Right? And it's RD. The initials are RD. And I'm not going to say it again.
Well, you would make a point.
Basically, my point was when we started the show, I was going through it.
You was going through it.
That was 6.5 years ago. Imagine. We're launching a brand new show that you and I had only done one time together before we launched. And then immediately went into COVID, and then just one massive story after another. And I was going through menopause.
Right. And you didn't do any of this because there was a lot of stuff.
I worked every dang day, and even through COVID, I came into the studio. But when I tell you that my body felt like it was on fire, I could not lift. I had the whole frozen shoulder thing that I couldn't lift my arms up. I mean, sometimes I still have brain fog, but I really had brain fog. Sleeping, which is already an issue, was even bigger an issue. So all I say is, I mean, Max just texted in and said, well, men have a midlife crisis and buy a convertible. What's the state going to do about this? That's not even the same.
I'm telling you right now, so that for Max, for you to send that text, that means you don't know. Right. And it reminds me of politicians that don't have any lived experience. Right. You would only say something to compare a man's midlife crisis to a woman in premenopause. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know.
No.
But
it's not even close.
But that is how, and you understand because you're seeing it. Yeah, you understand. Yeah, you understand because you're seeing it go through a loved one.
Right.
But in any case, I'm glad that I'm going to give kudos to the governor and say that at least it gets the conversation going. Okay, we need to continue the conversation we had, though, because during scenarios, you made a sweeping statement and said no one should meet their future partner if they live next door, if they work with you, or if they work out at the gym. And we had a bunch of people text in, and we've got some of them on the line right now. So we are going to start with Jody in Mount Vernon on line 12. Good morning, Jody.
Good morning.
Okay, tell us, you met your husband at work.
I did. I was a Kelly girl, if anybody remembers those.
A what?
I was a Kelly girl.
What's that?
A Kelly girl, it was a temp. Office worker, and you were sent on various jobs, and that's what I was doing. I was going back into the workforce. And I went to work, and I met my husband there, my husband now. And I think it's really a great place to meet your spouse because you get to see how they interact with other people, how their coworkers appreciate or don't appreciate them. You get to see their work ethic. I mean, it's kind of like a trial.
See, great
It's
points.
really great. And at lunch, we all sat around a table, and he would talk about his kids in the most wonderful way. We both had been married before, and he had 3 children, and I had 2 boys. And, yeah, we've been married for 47 years. We've raised all of our kids. We have 9 grandchildren. 4 great grandchildren.
Awesome.
You lose count after a while.
Well, yes. I mean, you love them all. And you're celebrating how many years now?
47 on the 15th of this month.
Nice.
Hey, Jody, first of all, thank you for calling in. And Jody, I just want to know, 47 years, what year was that you guys got together and met each other at work? Was that 74, 75?
It was 76.
Okay, 76.
And we were married in 79.
Oh,
look at that.
Okay.
My boys walked me down the aisle, and they said, "We're not giving her away. We're presenting her."
Oh my God, I'm about to cry. Okay, so
They
Jody.
were 5 and 7.
That's an awesome story, Jody.
This is, and I think you're changing G's
you
mind.
You go through so much, and the little topic that you had before about peeing and being private.
Yeah.
Yes.
That all goes out of the window after 47 years.
Oh, wait, Jody.
Wait,
Jody, you leave the door open?
Occasionally, but we've both had injuries and illnesses where the other person had to help.
Yes.
And so it's like throw all of that nonsense, out of the window, put it at the curb because you're both there for each other.
Jody,
You're
I'm
awesome,
inspired.
Jody.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Jody.
Of course. And G, keep up that Church of G. I listen.
I love it.
Thanks, Jody.
I love it. Well, now we have Ted joining us on line 11. And Ted, hi, welcome. You met your wife at work.
I did. I started working in 1984 at a residential program for chronically mentally ill folks, and I'm a counselor, and she was a counselor, and I had a girlfriend, and she had a boyfriend.
Oh.
And for about a year, we were in our own lives, but we would work together, and I got to know her. And when I first saw her on her first day of work, I saw her and I said, "Man, she's hot." And I had a girlfriend at the time, but when she broke up with her boyfriend, that's when I made my move because I knew that she was someone that I really had some feelings for. And it turned out that she had feelings for me too. So it was really hard for me to break up with my previous girlfriend at the time. But we started living together in 85, and in 87 we got married, and we never looked back. And probably the most important lesson I've shared with people is that fidelity is the most important part of a relationship. Caring and loving for each other is so important, and forgiving. And I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to go to bed angry, and she's the kind of person that gives me the silent treatment.
Oh, so we had a scenario recently.
I have to respect that.
Oh. Well, and now you are celebrating your 39th anniversary, Ted.
We just did, April 25th.
That is fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hey, Ted. Hey, Ted, before you go. EA Sports. Send the game. Thanks, Ted. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, my boys are all into that.
Appreciate it. All right.
Chef,
do we
have Noel?
That's two.
Yes. Okay.
Noel.
Noel.
Who's the next one?
Noel is next on line 10.
Let's go.
Hey there. Good morning.
Hey. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good. So we need to prove G wrong.
Prove G wrong. Okay. So I met my wife. I was working at Toys R Us. We were both working there back in the heyday of Toys R Us. But I met her, and we had friends that we hung out with, and had one who was working to set us up, and had us go out on a dinner date basically with her and her boyfriend, which is supposed to be us, and her boyfriend brought along a third, which wasn't the thing, but I got to know my wife and hanging around her and making sure Toys R Us back in the day, Christmas season, we'd work until midnight and leave the store about 2 a.m. And I'd make sure that all of the ladies got to their cars and got off, got home before I left, and started hanging out with her and made sure that she got home and kept hanging out with her more and more. And asked her out, and we've been together for about 40 years now.
That's amazing.
Married for 36 and a half. It's been a great time. We've had some challenges, but yeah, it's been good.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good. Hey, that's good stuff. And so before I get, so you were the one that would walk the folks to the car and make sure they were safe, huh?
Yeah, I that's one of the things that I did. I just did it. I worked with a bunch of nice gals, and I wanted to make sure that they made it home safe. You know, because we'd be getting out of the store at Christmas season about 2 a.m. And wanted to make sure that all my friends got home.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Didn't have problems.
Good stuff. Appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. You're welcome.
All right, last one. Who's next?
Jesus.
We got Lisa.
He's still not ready to.
Last one.
He's still fighting.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Lisa.
Hi there. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I met my husband at Bally's Pac West back in 1989. And I was on the Stairmaster, and he came up to me and put a note in front of me and said, "Would you like to go out to dinner and a movie, multiple choice question? A, yes, B, no, C, maybe, or D, never in a million years." And I said yes. And we went out on a date, and 3 weeks later, we got engaged in Vancouver, Canada. We've been married 35 years with 2 kids and a dog.
3 weeks later, you got engaged.
And this was the gym, G. So not just work. Now we're talking gym.
Well, you think G would like the gym because he likes to be healthy. I mean, it's a great place to meet people. To me, it was better than the bar. Look, I wasn't yet 20. I was 20. I wasn't yet 21.
Yes.
So,
well, congratulations, first of all, on a long, healthy, happy marriage. That is wonderful.
Yeah. We knew. I knew the first time I kissed him, I said, "That's going to be my husband." And that is weird.
Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool.
All right, Lisa. Thank you.
You were wrong.
I'm wrong. Okay. All right. So I just want to say that I've taken all 4 callers in.
Yes.
I took it on the chin.
Uh-huh.
Coming up next, I want to respond to all those 4 callers.
Okay.
And then we'll do agree to disagree.
Okay.
We'll do that
sounds
next.
good.
I got a response. Gee and Ursula.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes.
Amazon Business with smart business buying. Innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
It started as a puddle.
Where?
In the shower.
Uh-oh.
Then the kitchen sink.
Started backing up?
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Clogged up.
Right. No problem.
Beg your pardon?
There's no clog we can't clear.
You're Dan.
From Apollo Plumbing.
This is going to get pricey.
How about $83?
To clear my drain?
Apollo Plumbing clears main drains every day.
For $83?
$83 or it's free.
What's the catch?
No catch. We'll even do a camera inspection.
Why's that?
It's the best way to find the cause of your clog.
And it's included?
No extra charge. Truth is, we hate clogs.
I don't love them.
Seen them all.
Ew.
I promise. There's no clog Apollo can't clear.
Guaranteed.
83 or free.
Goodbye, slow drains.
All it takes is an accessible clean out.
And Apollo gets my drains draining again.
You call, we come, it's fixed.
My heroes.
Just doing our job.
Thank you, Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack and a $6 Biggie bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon?
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
John is a national champion ping pong player.
My greatest claim to fame is an actor who portrayed the Chinese national champion that played Forrest Gump. I played him in a national tournament and I actually beat him.
Competing at that level takes precision and healthy shoulders, but after years of wear and tear, he was dealing with a serious shoulder injury.
I had a slap tear. Success rate for the surgery was only about 15%.
Instead of surgery, he chose to see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy, the most experience in the Northwest with over 20,000 stem cell procedures.
The next day, I was pretty much 100%. I was pain-free. I had problems with my shoulder for 20 or 30 years.
And have you been able to compete again?
I won a national title 6 months after the procedure. My shoulder's like I'm an 18-year-old.
So whether it's a hip like I had, a shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, or knee, before choosing surgery, see Dr. Mark Wagner first. Go to drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's Renter's Insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spike O'Neill here for Ageless Living. Recently, my aunt had surgery, and she was home the next day. But we weren't sure if we were ready or equipped to give the kind of care that she needed, so we called Ageless Living and asked about respite care. A short-term stay that provides 24/7 expert care, Ageless Living amenities, and peace of mind for you and your family. Go to agelessliving.com/spike and schedule a visit. It can be a much-needed break for a caregiver and a chance for you and your family to get a look and a taste of what Ageless Living offers. That's agelessliving.com/spike.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Gashard. The latest legal challenge to ChatGPT maker OpenAI is in the state of Florida. ABC's Mike Dabowski has more.
The alleged gunman in last year's deadly shooting at Florida State University used ChatGPT ahead of the attack, says Florida AG James Ulfmeyer.
On what type of gun to use, what ammo to load, how to turn off the safety, where to go on campus, and at what time to encounter the largest number of people.
The state's lawsuit accuses OpenAI of putting profits over people. The company has denied responsibility for the attack and says it has safeguards in place around sensitive topics. Mike Dabowski, ABC News.
2 people are now in custody in connection with last week's murder of 17-year-old Braylon Diaz in Parkland. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has details.
The Pierce County Sheriff's Office says a 26-year-old woman and a 25-year-old man were arrested separately late last night in Snohomish County. Deputy Carly Capetto says they were arrested with the assistance of Tulalip Tribal Police and the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office.
She was arrested at the Walmart in Tulalip. A male had been taken in custody earlier in the day during a traffic stop.
Capetto says the pair pulled up in a car, robbed Diaz of his jewelry, and shot him. Deputies are still searching for at least 2 others. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
All northbound lanes of I-5 across the Ship Canal Bridge will reopen to traffic on Monday, but WashDOT needs a full northbound closure this weekend to remove the work zone. WashDOT's Tom Pierce says the month-long break from construction heralds the temporary return of the express lane.
We will have the express lanes back into their regular configuration where they do open southbound in the morning and they will close and then reopen northbound in the afternoons.
But drivers only get a 1-month reprieve. Northbound I-5 will be down to 2 lanes again starting in July. We now know what will become of the water slides and roller coasters at Wild Waves. It appears they'll be torn down to make room for a vast industrial warehouse site. The Federal Way Mirror reports the planned project known as Podium I-5 would include loading docks, truck access, and parking on the 1 million square foot property. The owner blamed financial struggles when they announced this would be the final season for Wild Waves. And the family of Alaskan Bush People star Matt Brown is mourning his death. The 42-year-old's body was found in the Okanagan River over the weekend. His brother Bear announced the death on social media.
I was so worried he was going to end up, like OD'd or something like that. I didn't think that he would hurt himself. It does look as though the injury is self-inflicted.
Brown, who left the show back in 2019, had spoken publicly about his long struggle with addiction. And now for your KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. The Valley Freeway is running about 35 minutes still from Puyallup to Renton. Northbound 405 looks good, but watch out for a crash in a white lane that's now being blocked. It'll take you about 26 minutes out of Renton up to Bellevue. The Federal Way Seattle Drive is about 50 minutes right now. That's about a 20-minute delay. And coming down out of Snohomish County, it's about an hour from Everett to Seattle. This traffic report is brought to you by the Seattle Mariners. Don't miss fireworks nights all summer long, presented by T-Mobile. The next show is June 19th. Get your tickets at mariners.com/fireworks. For your weather, it's going to be hot out there. Seattle could reach 87 degrees. The hot spots will be in the Cascades and Lewis County, where temperatures will get close to 90. Right now, it's 71 in downtown Seattle. I'm Katrina Gashard, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. If you missed the last segment, we had some of our listeners who were just eager to prove Gee wrong after Gee said that you cannot meet your future partners if they live next to you, if they work out at your gym, or if you work with them.
Yep.
And so we had 4 listeners call in.
Yep.
And many more text in. And Gee, have you changed your mind?
Absolutely not.
See what I need to deal with?
Absolutely
He is so
not.
stubborn. Why?
Now, I know, first of all, let me start this by saying thank you for callers for calling in. Means the world. Love that you guys hang out with the show. First of all, we family. It's like we hanging out at a barbecue, right? So we always family. Now, I got something for you. Jody in Mount Vernon, you said that you married the man that you met at work. You were a temp and they found you. And you guys met 1976. That was 50 years ago that you met them at work. Ted, you met your wife at work and you met her 42 years ago.
Oh,
then
boy.
there's Noel. Noel, shout out to you, brother. Love that you called the show. You met your wife at work. Y'all ready? 40 years ago. Thank you, Noel, for calling in. And then last, my good buddy Lisa, she came and she told us, and she was engaged 3 weeks after he pulled up on her on a treadmill, and he put a note that says, "Would you go out on a date with me? Yes, no, or I think
Never in a million years.
Never in a million years. That kind of deal."
And she said yes.
And you said yes. And that you guys have been married 35 years. So to the 4 of you, let me say this. Congratulations. You all are the exception to what's happening today. I'm going to stand on this, Ursula. Hey, if you are at work, Gen Z, to my young brothers and sisters that listen to the show, that whole trying to walk folks out at nighttime to make sure they get home.
The Toys R Us, not just for kids.
Being at the gym, putting that note, you want to go on a date? Now, luckily that worked out right. If she says never in a million years, maybe she doesn't even comment. Now, your gym crush, you're not supposed to talk to your gym crush. You're supposed to look at your gym crush, and that's it. Because what happens is if your gym crush says no, then you crushed. So don't do it. So the common denominator.
Yes, is that it happened a long time ago. Okay, but
40, 50 years ago.
So what if it happened 5 years ago?
They ain't text in.
Okay, text in.
They ain't text in.
Text in.
I'm saying
we
don't
just have
do
some
it.
longtime listeners.
Don't do it.
888-973-5476. 206 just texted in and said, we've been together 15 years and married 10.
Ursula.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, I'm telling Eric, and I'm telling Steven, and I'm telling, listen, if you are at work and the lady across the cubicle, she's really good looking, do not approach and say, hey, would you like to go on a date?
Boss.
Don't do it. I'm standing on that. You will lose your job.
Okay. This is turning into agree to disagree, G.
Yes, it is. Hold up.
Wait. Run the sounder.
Yes.
So run the sounder.
Yes.
Agree to disagree.
Yes. Brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters. Let's do it. Let's be official.
One of these days, you got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
I dated coworkers. Nothing ended catastrophically. And I reject the entire premise that, you just can't date anyone anymore because HR and Me Too. And I think if you are dating someone in your work in your 20s, totally fine. Most of the jobs that we have when we're in our 20s, they're not our long-term career. It's usually a pretty fluid workplace. You're working in hospitality, some sort of job you're not going to be in for 30, 40 years, and you don't have HR. Who cares?
Well, and a couple other things too. A couple other things for today, just to bring this home, because you did make a great point. And what I got out of it, listening to all of them who called in, was how awesome is it that A, they met the loves of their lives, and then that they have been able to endure and be married for decades, regardless of where they met. Hold up, because today, maybe not so much work. I think work is a lot harder. But the gym and your neighbor, I mean, come on.
Okay, I'm going to turn this into an Ask Ursula segment. And Ursula, I'm going to ask you straight. I don't want no fluff or nothing.
Okay.
Dear Ursula, I am 25 years old. I'm working at a company right now. There's Lois that shows up to work every day. She's really good looking. I mean, really good looking. Should I approach her and ask her to go on a date? What are your thoughts?
Ask Ursula at Bonneville.com. Okay, so you're ready to take notes. I would do everything that I could. First of all, I would try to find out a little more information. Are you her superior? Is this someone who is on equal footing? If you have a conversation, or if you have conversations that could lead to getting together away from work, no issue with that. But I would have to know a little bit more information about what is going on at work. But I would say proceed with caution. I would not say don't ever do it.
So your advice,
I would say proceed with caution.
Is proceed with caution.
Yes, I would not say because I've had to have those conversations before when I was a boss.
Yeah,
dude, that woman is not interested in you, and you are harassing her. I've had that conversation.
Okay, what about this stricture? If you don't know the answer to the question, don't ask it. But if you do,
yes, okay, because you're saying just flat out don't do it.
I want to ask a favor before I go. Now, if you're still listening to the show, we're family, right? We're family. Because I was going to ask this question to Ursula off the air.
Yes.
But I want you guys to give me a pass here. Yes. I'm going to ask Ursula this question in front of all of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Have I ever dated somebody at work?
That ain't my question.
Okay.
Dear Ursula, I'm a 25-year-old African-American man. I want to know, there's this really good-looking, beautiful woman at work. How should I go ahead and proceed if I want to date her?
Don't do it at work. And my answer would not be different if you are an African-American man or not.
And by the way, we're family, y'all. Yes. And I only did that because I would have asked Ursula that off the air.
Yeah, you would have.
Okay?
Yeah, you would have.
We're family.
And I would say, I mean, this would be my honest answer, but it would be, yeah, you need to proceed with caution.
Okay. Good stuff. Hey, coming up next, text messages, feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's Words to Live By.
KIRO News Radio, winner of 7 regional Edward R. Murrow Awards. Breaking news coverage, best newscast, excellence in writing, investigative reporting, sports reporting, hard news. Capped with a prestigious prize for overall excellence. And we thank you, our audience across the Pacific Northwest. You are the reason we strive to be the Northwest's trusted news source. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Do you get sinus infections, congestion, sinus pressure and pain, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor. You visit urgent care over and over again. And it's always the same thing, right? Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and some nasal sprays. But they just keep coming back. You may suffer with chronic sinus infections. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure called the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic. Imagine a procedure so delicate there are no narcotics. Less cutting means less bleeding, so no packing, and no operating room. The Sinusoft procedure is designed for the clinic. If you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure, and congestion, find out if the Sinusoft procedure, available only at the Modern Nose Clinic, is the solution for you. Call and set an appointment today. 206-388-2770. 206-388-2770. That's 206-388-2770.
Guys, it's Men's Health Month at Revive Seattle. Get a free comprehensive wellness panel. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, heart health, and more. Valued at $400. Offer ends June 30th. Call 206-529-1111 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
I need an AC tune-up, and one room isn't comfortable.
We could do both. And if it's time to upgrade, get a free furnace with a qualifying cooling system. Plus, we help maximize rebates.
Get a tune-up or free estimate at cmheating.com. CMHEA HL751LW.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Our local tax expert and advocate Greg Nunn understands the pressure that comes from owing money to the IRS. Don't let that pressure build. Call None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. Google NUNN. None Better Tax Resolution.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate, and there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Seattle at 206-666-2466, 206-666-2466. That's 206-666-2466. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationseattle.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add one line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K.
Say goodbye to clogged gutters and climbing ladders. With K-Guard by Guardian, leaves stay out, water flows freely, and your home stays protected year-round. Enjoy true peace of mind. No maintenance and no rust. Choose from a variety of colors to match your home's look and boost your curb appeal. Ready for hassle-free gutters? Protect what matters most with Guardian, the original Make Your Roof Last company. Visit GuardianRoofing.com to learn more.
It's the Gee and Ursula Show. Now, before Ursula starts off with the text messages, I just want to say something. I feel like really there was a moment that happened, and I wasn't too sure. And I was going to save a question for off the air for Ursula. And then I told you guys, like, well, you know what? I would ask this off the air, but we're family, right? So I want to ask it. And I asked that question, and not one person complained about my question. So I just wanted to say, we've come a long way. I'm glad you guys are starting to understand me now, right? Like, I can ask that question like, we're family. I love it. That's all.
And I don't have, when we do these impromptu things, I don't have time to think about my answer. And my answer is exactly what it would have been, even if I thought, exactly, off the air.
Yeah, love that.
Okay, so we started off the show talking about the amazing weather in the 80s, yet for it is too hot for some. Robin Puyallup says, amazing? I already know I'm gonna feel like the Wicked Witch.
That was good. That was good. JLV in Puyallup says, sad. Cuddle season ends at 70.
Sandy in Kirkland says, hate to admit it, though, I love sunshine, but I prefer a cool sunshine. Give me 60s over 80s every time.
Wait. Lori, we are family. Lori in the 206 says, when my son was about 4 on a hot day out of the blue in public, he says, my butt cheeks are sticking together out of the mouths of babes.
He said the quiet part out loud. Renee says, we are so lucky to live in Washington, which I consider to be the banana belt. I live each day as it comes, rain or shine. I remember it rained on my last day in grammar school, and I still remember that smell of rain on concrete, and that memory always makes me smile. Renee, you are a glass half full kind of gal, and I love it.
I've never heard of the banana belt. Have you? I've never heard that saying before. A new one for me. I like to learn. Would you rather 82 degrees with humidity or 95 with dry heat? Trish in Sammamish says, hey, G, growing up in Chicago, you must have slept in the basement. Oh, Trish. Oh, you absolutely know it. Folks in Chicago headed for the basement all the time.
And then Ernie and Kent, because we're family, I'm going to read this one.
Hey, remember, we're family.
Don't get upset.
Okay. What Ernie say?
Okay, and remember, Ernie, we're also friends now because of the show. Humidity is why black don't crack, G. Getting a manicure right now, couldn't text earlier.
Diana in Seattle says, Ursula, I'm guessing you have AC. I'm like you, and that I love mid to high 80s and even if into the low 90s. Yes. But I have to add a caveat that I have AC, so I can sleep comfortably at night. Without it, are you still taking 80s with humidity?
I've only had AC for the last 2 years.
That's true.
Close to 3. So, yes, I still love the 80s, but I would have to go down to the basement and I would get a fan, and there would be times I would putting ice on my head and letting it drip and the whole thing.
Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, if you've only had it for 2 years and you started premenopause
Oh yeah, I suffer. You know
Was you
what?
struggling?
I was struggling.
And you, and what
Yeah.
did
But
you
for
call
me,
it? How
during
would you get through
menopause,
it?
this is too much information, but hot flashes were not the issue. It was my whole body feeling like it was on fire.
And you was just getting through it.
Yeah.
How would you get through it?
We had a show to do. For one thing,
Yeah.
we didn't have a breather. And shout out to Long Live Mark, most supportive husband ever. Truthfully. I got to give credit. And what I saw in our conversation, the husbands were texting in.
Oh, they were.
And they were saying, this is what you should do. See a naturopath, lean into the hormone replacement therapy if it works for you. That wasn't an option for me. So I had to tough it out.
How come we got all these low T commercials, but we don't have no low E commercials?
Thank you.
That's a good point.
Right? Again, because too many women have been told you can't talk about it. Okay, don't date someone at work, your gym, or in your neighborhood. 360 says, gee, what about roommates? I met my wife when she became a roommate. We ended up being together for over 25 years. And it was just... CH in the 206 says, I see a trend here. These are seasoned relationships that were built in the 80s and 90s. I haven't heard from anyone under the age of 35 talking about this. You aren't fooling me. I agree with G.
Random question before we get to words to live by. Here's a question, the last question for the day. Would you date a man that has a woman roommate?
Ooh, I did.
You did?
My boyfriend before Mark. Yeah.
Wow.
I later found out
What'd you
they
find
even
out?
had a thing.
They did?
Of course they did.
Of course they did. I know.
Y'all don't want to see when GB dropping sweeping statements. Time for words to live by.
No,
Let's
wait.
go.
I should say it had a thing before me, or so I was told.
Refer to yourself in the third person.
All right. What you got, Ursula?
This is a quote from the late Robin Williams, who says, there is a time for daring and there is a time for caution, and a wise person understands which one is called for.
That's
Just, the whole proceed with caution.
Yeah.
One of the things that we were talking about is, it could work in the workplace today if you meet them outside of the workplace.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
and there's a lot of ifs and ifs and ifs.
So, okay. In 2026, I'll leave you guys with this. Look, I like to get defeated. And so 4 callers, you guys defeated me. So here's where I'll land. You meet him at the gym. You want to date him? Okay. Your neighbor, you think about wanting to date him? Okay. At work, 1,000% absolutely not. Don't do it.
Proceed with caution. Outside of the workplace.
Thanks, Ursula.
Thank you.
Go. Thanks, Chef. Good stuff. Mike, appreciate you, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, man, you're doing a good job, man.
Thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a teacher is Nick?
11.
Well, you know how
Nick
to do
is
it.
the man.
Hey, the Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. We appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hey, Jake Skorheim here. If your summer home improvement list has a new roof, siding, or a gutter upgrade, you owe it to your home to give Valentine Roofing a call. And once again, they've been awarded the best in the Pacific Northwest for roofing by the Seattle Times in 2025. And right now, qualified homeowners can take advantage of $0 down and 0% financing with 6 months deferred interest when paid in full within the promotional period. Financing subject to approved credit. Call 206 Roofing today, and remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Have something to say? We'd love to hear it. Text KIRO News Radio at 888-973-KIRO. That's 888-973-5476. Powered by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. Northwest News.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputer